Yeah. Black Man Unfiltered Network. We ain't here to play nice. We here to flip everything they told you was normal. Hey! Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we flipping tables. Yeah. We breaking labels. Facts. No more silence, no more favors. Truth hit hard, can't save it. Yeah. We flipping tables. This that real, no cable. Hey, if it's fake, we unplug it. Welcome to the table. Yeah. I came in the room, they was comfortable, quiet. Smiling in your face, but behind it is riot. They told me be calm, but I'm built for the storm. When the truth in the building, you better transform. They don't like a man when he speak with direction. They love you when broken, confused, and correction. But I'm on a mission, I'm changing perception. No filter, no fear, just raw intersection. System designed just to keep you disabled. Mentally trapped, spiritually labeled. I'm cutting the cords, the lies getting fatal. If it ain't the truth, I'm flipping in the table. We flipping tables. Yeah. We breaking labels. Facts. No more silence, no more favors. Truth hit hard, can't save you. Yeah. We flipping tables. They said don't question, I said watch me. Too many men out here living sloppy. No guidance, no code, no structure, no lead. Now we wonder why families bleed. This ain't hate, this accountability. Look in the mirror with this vulnerability. Masking and frame with responsibility. That's what they fear, that's stability. I'm calling it out, no sugar, no glaze. We breaking these cycles, we shifting in the phase. Legacy built, not lost in the maze. We done being silent, we entering rage.
This ain't just a podcast. It's a movement, it's a reset. If it's built on lies, it gotta fall.
We flipping tables, no fear, no fables. Black men rise, we stable. Now we changing the label. We flipping tables. Truth is non-negotiable. Black man unfiltered. This the voice they ain't controlling. Flipping Tables podcast. Black Man Unfiltered Network. If it don't make you uncomfortable, it ain't real.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? If y'all can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Man, I'm so glad to be back with you guys tonight, man, on another episode of Flipping Tables podcast on the Black Man Unfiltered Network. Man, I appreciate you guys being here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We got a lot to talk about tonight. As you can see, the title says, we don't need black men. We got this. This is what the sister said, because the sister said they're more educated, and the sister said that divesting is the right thing to do. The sister said that they are winning. They are above men. They can do anything that a man can do and do it better. And so we're going to discuss that tonight, because the women say they're the most educated, they're better, they can do the same jobs we can do. We are no longer needed. And so we're going to talk about that tonight. But before we do, a couple of house rules. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you guys want to join the panel, the link will be in the chat, but you got to make sure your bad kids are in the bed, your lighting is good, you're sitting still, you're not moving around a lot, you're not at work welding a casket together. Make sure that you're sitting still with the light on, so we can, you won't take away from the show. I appreciate that. If you want to come up, so the link will be dropped in a second. But before I do that, man, I want to bring up my fellas, man, that's going to be here tonight, and the ones that are going to come in later. I got a few that's here. What's good, man? It's good to see y'all in the chat tonight. The first person I want to bring up, man, who's on the show with him a few weeks ago. But I'm gonna bring up the house first. Ladies and gentlemen, the bald-headed yellow wonder of the world himself. He's a Cleveland Browns fan. Good God Almighty. He's a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one and the only, the very, 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 very controversial person I know in the world right now. Give it up, fellas.
OHIO. Let's go, baby.
Absolutely, man. The next person I want to bring up, man, hey, this brother right here gets so deep, they have to buy more shovels. All right, man, this is my brother from another mother, man. I'm so glad he's in the building tonight, man. Philosophical is in this thing, man. I appreciate you, brother, for being here, man. What's going on with you, man?
What's up, bro? How y'all? What up?
Good to see you, man. Now I got another brother in the building, man. Listen, he's a therapist. He's a married man. He's a man that you probably seen him around. He's up here tonight. I see him. He just popped in right now. He's sitting in front of the mic. Mr. Chosen is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Come on, put them together. All right, now everybody else will be here in a moment. Now, before we get started, there was something that we discussed a few weeks ago. And I want to take a look at it since I have Philosophical here, as well as Tyrus, Mr. Chosen. We'll get you to chime in on it as well. But I wanted you guys to take a look at this real quick. I think, man, let's see. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Men are the cancer of the black community. Argue with your man.
Tasha K, we've been good since Spoon's wedding. Somehow or another, you got a wild hair up your ass and decided, let me pick shit with Funky Dineva. And why? When people can't access you physically, they will try to access your emotions. Tried to keep my peace with you. Okay? But Tasha K, I want you to know this, and you can put this on record. Okay? You can put this on record. The next time I publicly see you, I am going to walk up to you and I'm going to slap the shit out of you. And then I'm already just throw my setup and be ready to fight your husband. And the sad part about it is I actually like your husband a lot. I have no problems with your husband. You, on the other hand, Tasha, you the same raggedy bitch that every time you see me in public, it never fails. Every time you see me in public, you run up in my face trying.
All right, as you can see, Philosophical. Did you have anything you want to say about this video? Anything you want to add to what we just saw? The man that said straight men are the cancer to society.
I mean, I think he just proved my premise last time I was on the show. When I said that, I want to rephrase it because I know people was a little, startled by my statements. As a human being, he has the right to have an opinion. As being a male, he has the right to have an opinion on other black men. So if that was my stance, if that's how it was perceived, that's not what I'm saying. But when it comes to a specific conversation that he chooses to critique, which is how we protect our women, how we deal with our emotions, how we're just dealing with the ebb and flows of manhood, I don't think his opinion should be, it can be heard, but I don't know if it should be as considered. And based on what we just saw, that's exactly why. Because he contradicted everything he said in the previous video. First of all, the video was a reaction, once again, to someone who wasn't, quote unquote, a black American that attacked a girl. It wasn't even a black American. Not to say that to dismiss the action. It's a man hitting a woman is terrible. But he was specific. He was talking about black men, black heterosexual men. The act wasn't even done by a black heterosexual man. It was a Spanish child. That's for one. For two, he demonized men with that statement. But then the second clip was not only him showing an aggression towards the woman that you were trying to gaslight and dog whistle to a week ago. You're talking about hitting a woman publicly. And then secondly, you're trying to scold men based on their perceived reaction to women, whether it be with their content, whatever. You're trying to scold men to a perceived reaction to how men are having disagreements with their woman. But even in his own statement, he said, I don't have a problem with your husband. The cancerous person, he don't have a problem with.
Right.
Your husband's fine. I don't have a problem with him. He's cool. I thought they was cancerous. So you're upset with the same person that you're upset with us being upset about. You have an issue with a woman, not to say he's even right. It's just ironic that you're online talking about having a right with a black woman to the point that you was gonna slap the shit out of her. Her husband's cool, but I'm gonna throw my shit up and fight him anyway. But he's cool, but you're the problem. He doesn't make any sense, and that's why I feel like when a person has that type of mindset, and that his name is Funky Dineva. I'm sorry, you don't have the right to have a strong argument when it comes to how we should move as masculine heterosexual men. You don't have the right to say that's a cancer because, for one, and I'm gonna shut up. You are in the way of a woman being with a man, however you want to call it. It's not, a man isn't made for you. Now, you can have a sexual preference what leads you to men, but a man isn't designed to be with you. That's for one. For two, you are still attracted and are dating the same cancerous men you're talking about. Gay males don't want gay males. They're attracted to the aesthetic of heterosexual men. So he's demonizing what he's taking from women and what he's laying with. He makes no fucking sense. So that was my argument last week, and I think he just proved my point. So, hopefully that brings some clarity to why men like him have a limited voice in the discussion of real men.
Now, after hearing Tyrus, after hearing Funky Dineva, I don't even want to say the name, FD. All right. After hearing FD, do you still believe he can have a seat at the table?
We literally addressed this same exact video last week. And so I'm going to repeat last week's comments. I understand him trying to be like, I'm not going to swing on, I'm going to go fight the man. I'm not going to swing on the woman. But he still screwed it up by saying he's going to swing on her first and then fight the man. See, being able to take a step back and listen to what he's saying. He's trying to say what we all say. Hey, if I got beef with a woman or something, I'm going to go talk to her man. I'm not going to go beef with the woman. That's what he's trying to say. Unfortunately, when he says, I'm going to strike her first and then squabble up with your woman, you just completely invalidated everything you were saying. So just like I said, he's completely in the wrong. Shouldn't have said that shit. He's stupid.
So can he still have a seat at the table?
Yes.
Thought you was going to change your mind, Tyrus.
I didn't change it last week. So on the same video, why would I change it then?
No, I'm saying as far as him, last week was he's been exposed, but I'm saying him still being able to, after hearing him saying he'll beat up a woman, does he still have a right to be at the table?
Yes.
Does that at least take away from his bullshit ass critique? Do he have the right to say what he said? Does he have the right to call black men a cancer after saying something like that?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
I rest. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I want to be clear about that, Illa. That's why I'm critiquing him. Remember, Illa, when we was talking, I told you before, he shouldn't have tried to delineate from to begin with, because originally
he did the right thing. You trying to bring him back? You trying to bring him to a place you don't want to go? You don't want to sit with us.
This right here, absolutely not.
But this the thing that you don't realize. This is why I went back to history, because when you understand behavior patterns, I don't need evidence. By the time you see evidence, that means you wasn't paying attention. Sorry, he was weird.
The difference
so hold on. Okay. I didn't need to see him say that. I'm looking at his spirit. I'm looking at his name. I'm looking at his talking points. It's no way he can bring value to anybody that look like me. So I didn't need that to know. He just validated what I knew. It's called discernment of a spirit. It's called having discernment and understanding that everything ain't what it looked like. You got to see past what people say and look at the energy that they resonate with. Everything about him is undermining black men and black women. Period.
I'm also going to take the nuanced position and understand that when we were talking about him a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about it from a purely relationship standpoint, and now we're talking about it from a professional level.
I didn't say nothing about profession. I said spiritual. So I don't know what you
heard. Your previous rant was all about relationships and stuff. That
but when you first said profession, but what does professional got to do with nothing?
Because it's another content creator going after a content creator, so it has nothing to do with the relationship between a black man and a black woman.
I never heard of him. I don't care if I'm not trying to go viral talking. I'd rather not even talk about him. This ain't no content.
I didn't know we was talking about him tonight either.
No.
I'm just saying I'm cool with whatever we're talking about. What I'm saying is, bro, this. regardless of, sometimes we have to get to a level where we don't need the big ass billboard to show what somebody's weird or somebody's intentions is off. You need to understand the nuance of people based on an understanding of history and pathologies on what you're dealing with. That's why we under a system, because they understand things 10, 20, 40 year increments. We only understand Monday to, we don't understand. I didn't need to see nothing else from him to know that he's exactly what he became. So when I said that,
unfortunately, Illa, I needed more time. I don't know him either. Just like you do, I don't know him either.
I'm sure. You need to turn on your spiritual antennas, brother, because I see him from a mile away.
My gaydar ain't up like that, bro.
I didn't say gaydar. I ain't say nothing about being gay. I said spiritual antennas. It's not just James Baldwin. Listen, let me show you something. James Baldwin was a homosexual man, but he didn't take stances that were antagonistic to the foundation of black people. It's the difference. It's not about being gay. It's about the type of gay that they choose to stand with. It's one, back in the day, those gay people, they knew that what they were on was something that was unique to them and people like them, but they didn't go out their way to create confusion. So what am I saying? Women who are gay still dress and act like women. They had women and they was with women privately. Men who were gay still in society carried themselves and moved like men. They just like men. They had a respect for the algorithm of nature. These motherfuckers don't today. They just get online and say anything they fucking want, and they think I can say whatever flamboyantly. No, you can't. You got to be careful and tread lightly, because you already way out of bounds for what we on. So if you're gonna do it, you have to do it with some type of respect, and that's the difference between people who used to be gay back in the day as opposed to a lot of them today. They don't respect, because without men and women, no one will exist, not even gay people. So you got to respect the line. They don't. He didn't. So I didn't need that proof. I already knew he was a clown, and he proved it.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate your comment. So listen, I want to hop into it. Mr. Chosen, how are you doing tonight, my brother?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm just kind of sitting back listening. Illa, I think you make a lot of good points. The biggest one that comes to my mind is we can just choose who we give our time and attention to. And when you hear someone like that, talking about hitting women, even this idea that men can be cancer. I love when people say that, because I'm like, you realize every road that was built, every skyscraper, the cables that are laying, connecting the internet all around the world, it was all done by men, right? So men are very much builders outside the home. Women are builders inside the home. I think that's pretty apparent. And I just think that we should just stop giving our time and attention to people that just want to just spew hate, right? So,
man. Yeah, I appreciate it. I just want to hop into the subject of the night. As you guys say, that we don't need black men, we got this. So there's this notion that's going around that we are, as men, are not necessary anymore. I work around women who say we don't need you physically anymore to have a baby. So what we'll do, we'll go get artificial insemination. We don't need you guys to buy a house because we lead in home ownership. We don't need you guys to get a job because we're the most educated. We don't need you guys in construction anymore because we can put on a hard hat. We don't need you guys anymore. We don't need you. All right. And a lot of celebrity women have poisoned this. I saw a clip of the women on The View that were saying, why are men necessary? We don't need you.
BMU, I got a quick question. I'm sorry, I don't mean to change it, but when you change the camera, it turns it sideways. Is it a feature on StreamYard or something? Usually when I turn my camera sideways, I get that panoramic
thing. Illa, it's like some vertical thing they got going on.
Yeah, you right. Try it again.
Yeah, because when I go sideways, usually it would. You see how it got? I'm trying to look like y'all. They hating. It's all right. I'm gonna thug it out.
So that's my question tonight. When you guys hear that we as men are no longer needed, and women are saying, "Hey, we don't need you guys. We got this. Everything that you guys have done in the past," and we've also heard the notion that in the past, the only reason that women were with men is because of the benefits, and the women didn't have anything, and the women were poor. and they were dependent. Now the women are saying, we're independent, we're educated, we can do anything that you can do, guys. You're no longer needed, right? I saw Ebony K. Williams say she went and had a whole baby, right? You're no longer needed. I saw the Brat, the rapper from the 90s, the Brat, go out and get married to Big Booty Judy. And her and Big Booty Judy went found a guy and had a baby, and they did a baby that way. And so they encouraged the same notion. So what are your thoughts when it comes to hearing women say that we're no longer? And I want to add something here. And what do you think about the men who support that notion? We'll start with you, Mr. Chosen, and we'll go around. Hey, what's up, Beans?
Beans.
You know, the thing that comes to my mind is it doesn't really matter what people need. It's what they, at the end of the day, want. And so these women could walk around saying that they don't need it. Well, yeah, you don't need us. You can get everything in your life that you want without a man. But who's going to hold you at night? Who's going to support you physically, emotionally? I don't take any of that seriously. And I think it's just a bunch of jaded people out there that are saying things like that, because, you know, if you ask my wife, does she need me? She'll say no, but ask her if she wants me, and she's going to give you a resounding yes. Right. So, you know, and it's really funny, like talking about that spiritual radar, Illa, that you kind of mentioned earlier. I've got a really good antenna, probably because of my extremely traumatic childhood. And, you just kind of, you get a sense of the people that you meet. And, you know, even on this stream, a couple streams ago with Fadi and Ali and the guys over there, time and again, you can see there's just good people in the world, good men in the world. And we're all coming and talking about the same thing, about providing, protecting for our wives and wanting to do right by our women. These are the men that we surround ourselves with, right? And you know, the reality is these women, they're hating on those men that don't want to do those things. And there are definitely men out there that don't want to do those things, that don't want to support a woman, don't want to be there for a woman. I just don't give those men a lot of my time and attention, right? But the guys that I keep meeting on streams and meeting out in the work that I do, they're showing up, they're doing the work, and they want to be a big part of their wives and their kids' lives, right? So yeah, do you need those men? No, but you definitely want them. So I don't take those women seriously that say that stuff, because they're probably pretty much jaded and they've come across too many men that didn't want to do that for them. So
yeah, now we'll hop up to Tyrus. Tyrus, what are your thoughts when the women are telling us, Tyrus, you're no longer needed, we're more educated than you, we can given the opportunity, we can be a better president, we could be a better senator, we could be a better congressman, we are better at parenting, we're better at education, we are just better. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I don't know if they've been framing it like that, but the overall thing, I'm sorry, I've been hearing this crap since I was a teenager. I got married at 20 years old. I'm 38 now. I have to agree with Mr. Chosen. If I ask my wife if she needs me, the answer is going to be no. It's they want me, and I'm not going to dance around and be soft about it, bro. We know what these women are talking about. What they're saying is we no longer live in an economy or society where you need a one income household. By the way, it's too expensive to be out here on just one income, right? They're saying, hey, we can share the burden, right? Guys need to stop thinking with this primitive caveman knowledge or caveman thinking as if all of y'all just finished punching nails with your bare knuckles. Oh yeah, we got power tools for that, right? We got hammers and electric power tools and all this other shit, right? We don't live in 1826, we live in 2026. And so society standards are not the same. And as thus the relationship statuses are not going to be the same. And so because women have education, because women can go out there and get a job, because women can do all of these different things, they no longer have to choose a man solely off what he could provide. They can now choose a man whether they actually like the guy or not. And there's a lot of dudes right there. That's the insecurity, because a lot of you guys don't know who you are past your income.
Well, I mean, if men take the time to get on that same level with women and use their own innate emotional intelligence that all of us have, that I think a lot of us run from, I think we would go a long way in connecting and solving that. Do women need us or not? Right.
And Mr. Chosen, can I give you a quick example? Can I give you a quick women? A lot of the arguments up here, dudes will complain about women being on government assistance or finding all of these different things to sign up for, right? Mm-hmm. And so what I keep hearing is women will go out, do the research, try to find things to benefit their family and elevate, while our brain dead caveman guys are too prideful to even ask for, hey, where's this tool at Home Depot? They rather just wander around in fucking circles like a moron. Who's more efficient there?
I mean, maybe women are more efficient, but how do you know that man's not learning the layout of Home Depot as he scans the different aisles as he walks up and down? Men, hang on.
But Mr. Chosen, can't you learn the layout while following the guy who's taking you to the tools?
For sure, but I know, for example, when I sit in a restaurant, right? My dad taught me this. I've got to sit at the back of the restaurant looking at the exit, and I always put my wife in front of me, between me and the exit. I've got to see who's in the restaurant, right? Okay. I don't just sit blindly right beside the front door. It's just not what I do, right? And so when I go into a shop, or when I drive a different route on my way to work, I want to know, and I want to see, and I want to take information in. Men, I think, are inherently conditioned to want to know what's going on in their surroundings. So I actually don't think men are dumb when they refuse to ask directions. I think men like looking around and exploring.
Because I think you completely missed it, because I just gave you an example of how women will go out and research to benefit themselves. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, guys will come out here, be too prideful to ask for help, and then time passes them by and they wondering why society left them behind. And now they resentful toward the women who, guess what, Mr. Chosen, did the research, took the time, took the commitment. Because guess what, Mr. Chosen, you know what what the men say, the statistics, men aren't going to college, right? Men are participating less in life, right?
Yeah, but you are seeing the women.
I got some statistics. I got some stats for that, Tyrus. That's gonna kill that notion.
Going up, suicide rates going up.
I got some numbers for that.
They kicking our ass, Mr. Chosen.
I got some stats for that college numbers.
They're kicking my ass, and I'm glad they are. Hey, Mr. Chosen, I got a 17 and 15-year-old daughter too. I'm glad they're gonna be kicking ass too, bro.
Yeah, but you know that they're going to get humanities degrees coming out with $200,000.
What are we talking about?
Or they might get engineering degrees coming out with $80,000. Who knows? But Mr. Chosen, they're going to have they won't have commitment problems.
Tyrus, guess what though?
I can't hate men. I'm a man, and I'm not going to hate men. You know,
I'm a man, and I'm going to criticize men instead of criticizing women.
That don't sound like criticizing.
How are you going to lift men up?
When I play this video with these statistics about this college and what women are actually going to college for, and where we rank in that, it's going to hurt your feelings in about a few minutes. I'm telling you right now. But we got Beans in the building, man. Beans, what are your thoughts, man, about what you've heard so far? Man? Tyrus already started with this. This crazy talk already. Trey, what's up?
I thought I got up here first, but you know.
No, Beans was here first. He was just in the back because he got up out of his chair and farted and shit. So I took him down and brought him back up.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, go ahead, Beans. Yeah, he had farted. I had to take him down. Go ahead, Beans.
Yeah, I mean, I had to get in front of some of these long-winded brothers. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're not calling nobody long-winded.
Go ahead, Beans.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't know what the premise necessarily was of where the conversation was at when I first came up, but I know I'm listening to what Tyrus is saying, and I just don't think that that's rooted in anything, you know, factual. I think you just bloviating, as my man Stephen A. Smith would say, right? The truth is none of these things that the women are doing would they be able to do without men? Right? Like that's like it in a nutshell. So at the end of the day, this bitterness or whatever resentment they have towards men, I just don't understand it. I was just reacting to a video, BMU. It was such a beautiful video, because in the video the lady was saying that all these men who want younger women, that's called grooming, and y'all just don't want y'all don't want to deal with women y'all own age because we know what we want, and y'all can't handle us and y'all can't deal with us and this and that. And so, and the guy was a guy that he was like, no, what it is they just don't want to deal with how you're acting, right? And she like, what does that have to do with anything? And there was another lady on the show. She was young. She was 25, right? She was being way more understanding, right? She said, no, we gotta be willing to extend men grace and this and that, whatever, right? Whereas the older chick is like, I ain't giving these men no grace, right? So you kind of saw in real time, right? This woman's ideology, it was being exposed to her in her own face. You're trying to say that men ought to accept you in this very vulgar, derogatory, aggressive ass way and not deal with this other person who's going to be way more open, graceful, right? Understanding, willing to learn. But you try to make it seem like it need to be demonized, like it got something to do with control. No, it has everything to do with the level of compassion and understanding that the young lady just showed you, right? So I don't understand necessarily where the bitterness comes from, to be honest with you, as it pertains to women, if they winning so much. If y'all winning so much, then why do y'all still have so much negative shit to say? Why are y'all still trying to make it seem like y'all being underpaid? I mean, I could really go on and on about that, BMU, because it doesn't make any sense to me. So if they winning so hard, to Roos, you have to explain to me why all these podcasts exist where they talking all this shit about men and what men ain't and how they ain't doing this and they ain't doing that and blah, blah, blah. Like I just don't get it. It seems to me that women, just like men, internally want relationships. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why they're not, no matter what. College degrees,
women have never said they didn't want the relationship.
I didn't say that they didn't say that.
I got videos of women saying that. I'm gonna play it.
I didn't say that they didn't say that, to Roos.
I got videos of women saying that for sure.
But talking me ain't gonna help.
Bro, they just don't want you guys. That's what it is. Okay,
that's fine. That's fine. You get a chance to say
Hold on.
No, because he cut me off. So I'm gonna finish my sentence. He's not gonna stop me from finishing my sentence. I know he got. I know he's on the spectrum, so I'm trying to be respectful.
That's hilarious.
Well, I thought he was. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought I heard him say something about that before on him. But
shit.
But what I'm saying is this, though, Truth. I didn't never say that they didn't want the relationship. What I am saying is they're making it seem like they can do without it. Men aren't making it seem like we can do without the relationships. That's the difference, right? Our bitterness really stems from the fact that we are lacking the relationships. And I think if women would just be honest, I think some of that is the same thing that's going on with them and their bitterness too. They just trying to make it seem like it's about, men not leveling up and all this other shit, but it's like truly, no, you want to be loved, you want to be in a relationship too. Everybody wants that, I think.
So
how long
your
relationship, everybody in first,
right, Mr. Beans?
Huh?
I get it.
That's how your relationship works, right, Mr. Beans?
Well, what do you mean?
Before you answer Beans, I gotta get everybody else in here first. So let's get our pain, then philosophical. What's up, my boy Uncle Jeffrey's in the building tonight. Then we'll get Trey, and then Uncle Jeff will go back around. Go ahead, Arpain.
Listen, real quick. I'm looking back at your title here. Listen, I had a show on your channel here. I don't have any issue. I don't think women need men until they do.
Woo!
Only look at us as useful tools. And I think some of that is just natural. They naturally need men when they need us. Other than that, if you look at a random woman, you could ask her about the 5 guys that might be in her orbit. And I'm not even just talking sexually. She could tell you what each one of those men mean to her. And if there's nothing useful about a guy, he's not in her orbit. I just believe women just naturally want guys who they could extract shit from. And it's not all, some of it is intangible, some of it is spiritual, some of it might be money, some of it might be sex. But if they can't extract something from you, they don't have no use for you. And that's why they feel they can get along so well without men, but they forget they need us all the time. They just need us. Right. So I've looked at it. It doesn't, I'm not even making a character or a moral judgment. Women inherently think that they can use men. And if you want to use the word utilize, I think that's where I think that's part of it. And I think if you don't understand that, then that's where we get these things crossed. So I don't have any problem with the daggone title, but that's what it is. But women do need us in the end, but sometimes they just don't understand how to. That is not it's a natural thing. So let me just land it there.
So Illa, you've been waiting patiently. What is your response to what you've heard, especially from Tyrus?
I mean, bro, respectfully, man, I feel like you're speaking on behalf of what women want men to think. You're not even talking to us or about us or from our perspective. And then what's insulting about what you do, which is the same thing these women do, which is like, you think what you're saying is so articulate and so intelligent and so profound, and my nigga, is really basic as hell. You're just talking from the women's perspective. It's not deep, it's not profound, it's just that simple. It really is that simple. And just because a man is objective against a woman's perspective, or he doesn't have a girlfriend, that doesn't mean he's broke. That doesn't mean he can't get women. Like, these are silly arguments that makes what you say mad, null, and void, because we don't have to agree with each other. But your talking points just undermines listening to you. Like last time we was on the show, you said, oh, you've never talked to anyone outside of your culture. That was one of the dumbest statements I ever heard on YouTube. Like, how the fuck do you know that? Oh, these are the type of things that women say. You're too inundated with feminine perspectives that I don't know where you're at. You also said, I've never been out the country. And I'm not trying to make this about me. What I'm saying is, when men come to you, hold on. When men come to you,
you still salty.
Let me finish, bro. Oh my God.
That's what women.
I'm being very respectful to you. I ain't talking crazy to you. I'm being very respectful. Yeah. You come on here insulting people just because they don't agree with you. Oh, you guys have this. What makes you think just because we objective that it means that we must not be getting something from a woman? Newsflash, they're not that hard to get, bro. Woo! I don't know what, maybe they're that hard for you to get. They're not hard to get. Just because niggas be thinking they got wives and kids, that mean you winning. That don't mean you losing.
That does mean you're winning. Yes, that absolutely means you're winning. That absolutely means you're winning.
Doesn't necessarily mean you're winning because we don't know the dynamics that you're living with. I work in installations, right? So I was at a home recently.
What is this babble you got me involved in? You set me up.
Look how you're talking.
I didn't.
Look how you're talking. Mad feminine energy.
Yo, this is insecure men babble right now, bro.
What's so insecure?
For dudes who can't stay committed, you
sound like a girl. What are you talking about?
Bro, no, you're the one whining about women. Everything you come up on the panel, I'm not whining at all. Bitch and moan about women. Like, I'm tired of this shit, man.
I'm not whining at all.
Okay, so
I'm not whining. Hold on, bro. I'm not trying to take over the show.
Yeah, you are, bro. You're talking about shit that happened 2 weeks ago, bro. You absolutely are. You sound like a woman, bro. You sound like a woman. You're bitching like a woman.
Hold on, Tyrus. Illa, go ahead and finish your point, and then we're going to get everybody else in. Everybody else hasn't spoken yet, guys. Go ahead, Illa.
Yeah, because the only reason I did it because you just did it to Beans. Like, he was explaining something, and you was like, "Is that your problem?" Like, you're trying to personalize.
Bro, if I keep asking questions, I'm going to answer it,
bro.
If you keep asking questions, I'm going to answer. So don't ask a fucking question if you don't want to answer.
Look, bro, you let everybody land. I ain't got to be here. I don't give a fuck about this Van Vader looking motherfucker. Like, bro, I could talk crazy real easy, my nigga. I'm just trying to have a regular conversation.
Do it. Stop telling me what you're going to do and do it.
I'm just having a conversation.
See, that's why you don't get women, bro, because you keep telling them what they're instead of doing it.
Okay.
I got about 30 more seconds.
About, bro.
You're a lame. You're a lame.
You keep telling everyone I don't have to be here. This is girl talk.
I'm going to get Trey. Go ahead, Trey.
I'm masculine about this. This is girl talk.
Go ahead, Trey.
You don't get women. What are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking about?
Go ahead, Trey.
Exactly what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Trey.
This how this going to go? So he's just going to
Let Trey
No,
get in,
you can
man.
respond.
And you still ain't talking
Dylan,
reckless,
you
by the way.
respond.
You
All
told
right,
us what
y'all.
you're gonna do, and you
I'm
didn't do it.
I'm about
Bruce?
to be out, bro. If you ain't gonna, we are men. We are fucking men here. Tarus, you are disrespecting yourself right now.
Fuck, I don't give a fuck, Uncle Jeff. They're gonna
That's
come,
the problem.
Uncle Jeff. Gonna get set up
Now
like
this is BMU's problem. This is BMU's problem, bruh. If one of us gotta go, BMU, and I think it be me,
and I'll go, Uncle Jeff. I'm gonna go.
Cool.
I'm gonna go because I got set up. Thank you, BMU.
You got set up for what?
Forget this.
You got set up
I'm
for
gonna
what?
go ahead and go.
Please.
You're not that important.
Don't keep saying it. Don't keep saying it. Thank you.
I mean, nobody said. Hold on. First of all, let me address that. Nobody set nobody up. You haven't. You're the opposition to what most men believe. So if you're the opposition, and I invited you to come on as the opposition, that's what you are. You're the opposition. You say you stand on business, then stand on what you believe. There's no person who is going to make me jump off a panel, make me run with my tail between my legs for nothing. I'm never going to do it. I never have. I never will. JT been rocking with me since the first show I've ever done. I ain't never ran from nobody. I ain't never got on no panel, and I done been on panels before, not even on my own shit. And people that came up that had opposition with me, I'm not running from nobody. So if we looking at it like it's a setup, then okay, look at it like that. But you got to be able to stand on what you believe. If you believe that men should bow to women, then stand on the fact that you believe that men should bow to women. And then when men address you, masculine men address you, you can't cower and say, I'm out. Stand on business. Period. So, Trey, you go ahead, Trey, and say what you got to say, bro.
Well, I was going to address him, but he's not here, so I'll move on. Our pain, we're going to talk about y'all married men on Monday. We're going to talk about y'all.
On what channel? You got a channel?
It's a poor representation. This is what happens. You get cooped up in a house with one woman for 20 years. But anyway.
What do you mean cooped up, though? How can that not be a beautiful
cooped up exactly the way I said cooped up. As in, you can't spread your masculine wings, is what I mean. So what happens is that you start to take on feminine characteristics because you're so used to being around a woman all the time. Because that's what happens in relationships when you're with somebody for a long time. You start to feed off of each other eventually. Okay. You ever notice that women start to talk like they're men after a while? You ever notice that?
It's more that way than the other one.
Sure. That's why I said we'll talk about it on Monday.
It's called
this entire thing about women not needing men. It sounds good until the shit hits the fan. 14 years of law enforcement have taught me one thing: when the shit hits the fan, you want men. I'm very clear about that. If your house is on fire, you want big, strong, burly ass, brave, courageous men to come in there and come do something about it. Somebody's in your house and you're not a man who's equipped enough to handle the threat that's coming in your house. You want men to come to your house. You don't want 5'4", 120 pounds.
How about it?
So it's all good and it sounds great. Kevin Sams, rest in peace to Kevin Sams, but he said men have civilized the world so much, so well, that they don't think that we're necessary anymore. But they fail to realize that the very infrastructure in which they live on and how it is maintained by men. And we can go down, there's a whole video that breaks down. I think Patrick Bet David did an entire breakdown of all of the infrastructure jobs and how they are lopsided, men versus women. But this is what feminism has done to the women. It's taught them to say these things. They're all on code. This is all a script. They're just reading off the script. They're just repeating what the other women are saying. And this is what I'm supposed to say, even though they know that they shouldn't be saying it, even though they know it's not true. They just repeat it. And so for a lot of men, what needs to happen is what they used to do 100 years ago. Just ignore them. I don't have conversations with women in my regular life. The most I talk to women is on these platforms. In my real life, if you're not a family member, I don't really have a conversation with women because what the fuck are we talking about? I don't have a 9 to 5, so I'm not compelled to talk to you at work like I was once before. So what are we talking about? We don't have much to talk about. So we just ignore it. But what we do is we give it a lot of power. We give them more clips so that they can go back to their hive, and then they can go and review the clip. And then we just sort of have this back and forth thing. It's sort of the same thing with these podcasters and sex workers. Well, y'all keep talking about them all the time. They're never going to go anywhere. Because y'all keep bringing them on the podcast, keep talking about them every 5 minutes. It's the same thing with these women who decide that they made the decision that I don't need a man. Okay, cool. You don't need a man. Let's move on. Because there are a contingent of women out here who do understand their position in this world. And they do understand, yes, I do need a man. There is a contingent of women who do understand this. I have some in my family who are married to men and will tell them, no, I need my man. They said it. So I think we have to, as a community of Black men, we have to start to be more laser focused on the women who are actually with the program and leave the rest of them behind.
You know what? I have a video. I'm gonna show it later. I mean, I'm gonna get Uncle Jeff and then JT in here. Then we'll go into another part of the conversation. But I have a video of a woman who has a platform, who is telling women, "Hey, don't be intimidated by your husband. You don't have to sleep with him." You saw it, Arpain?
Yeah, I saw it.
She said, "You don't have to sleep with your husband. Don't be fooled. You don't have to have sex with him." And so what you're doing is creating a whole bunch of men who gonna say, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, get some orange juice. I'll be right back." And that girl at the copy machine at work yesterday, it's gonna be folded up like a lawn chair because you told your man, "I don't have to sleep with you. I don't have to serve you." There's a woman on here that got a mouth bigger than a computer screen, thinking she a 10 and she's a 1.4, and she's telling women the same thing. I divest that. See, I mean, you could write a mathematical situation on her mouth. Okay, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna put these videos up in a minute. All right, JT. I mean, Uncle Jeff, you already.
Uncle Jeff is before me.
Oh yeah, Uncle Jeff. I'm sorry, Uncle Jeff. What are your thoughts, man? And Uncle Jeff, go ahead and promote your product, brother. You got it with you?
Okay. Yes, I do.
Let me put you up on the screen, man. Hey, y'all pay attention. This is an infomercial.
Fellas, people. This is the Family Secret All Natural Body Butter. I say this with no hesitation. It is the best body butter in the world, not because of what I put in it, but because of what I don't. There are no parabens in here. There are no cereal fillers. There are no preservatives. There is no glitter. I cannot find where glitter naturally occurs in nature. Never seen a glitter tree, so I don't put that shit in here. This makes keloids disappear. It's fantastic for your skin. It is made up of the 5 best ingredients: shea butter, jojoba oil, coconut oil, black castor oil, and beeswax. That is it. If you want your skin, I'll be 61 next week. If you want your skin to glisten, glow, and be healthy, go to thefamilysecret.shop and bet me $20 that this ain't the best shit you ever rubbed on you. Now, I'll put the link in the chat. I want to start by saying, first off, what's up, fellas? It's been a minute. Respect to everybody on the panel. I got bad eyes, so I got to bring up Mr. Chosen. First time I'm getting down with you up here. What's up? The rest of these hooligans are already in my motorcycle gang. This thing about, and I'm so glad Trey brought it up. I think we spend way too much time, and I say this about a lot of young men. You're not interested in the good women. You're interested in talking about the bad ones. And I don't know why. Because is anybody here, you've heard me say this before, has anybody here heard of the great American black woman shortage? Me neither. There are 2 million more of them. Let me put that into perspective. If the surplus of black women turned into zombies today, by next Tuesday, the whole world would be zombies. That's how many more there are. Why are you concerning yourself other than to profile them, especially on social media? When you come across a woman on social media who is spewing this ignorant bovine feces, the best thing to do is to look in the chat, see who lives near you, and cancel them wholesale. They will help you find the better ones by going, these women, this group, which is not all of them, is out of their fucking mind. Why? I don't go to the junkyard for a whole car. I go to the junkyard for parts. When I see women who think like this, and whether men know it or not, they're not going to the junkyard. They're not going to the dealership for a car. They're going for parts, titties, ass, cooter. I don't want the whole thing. And I think what we need to level with, which is what I wanted to tell dude while he was up here, is whenever you go back and forth between who's worse in the gender Olympics, the gender fuck up Olympics, you're basically making, okay, I like peanut butter. I like mayonnaise. I don't eat peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches. I don't, because they don't go together. If we want to talk about what men need to do, let's discuss what men need to do opposite and away from what women need to do. We are talking about women. This subject is about the dialogue of the unruly women. And in my opinion, it should be for the specific purpose of telling good women to separate themselves. I'll say this and I will land. The biggest problem for good black women is good black women. Because they don't do enough. They dress like them. They walk like them. They talk like them. We done told you that claws by nature repel mammals. We have told you that bright hair by nature repels mammals. We have told you, or at least Mr. Wright has, that we find it repulsive when you graft the skin cells of another mammal to your scalp. This is why you touch that shit more than women who have it, because your involuntary nervous system identifies it as foreign. How do you want me to like the real you and you don't even like her? Learn to like her. If you do not, you will get more of the same. And in closing, this is not our problem. It is yours. The dollar is about to crash. Shit is a quarter inch from hitting the fan. And you can find a way in this nerfed world to say that you do not need an able-bodied male because of the environment that they don't have to manipulate, because they made an environment you can easily manipulate. I think it's a mistake. I'm done.
Now I will say this too. I was watching and JT can hump in here. I would pause. I was watching Willie D live, and Willie D had a young lady on. I forget her name. I was watching it today, and she talked about professionalism, and she was talking about the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing. Everybody knows about Megan, right? But she was talking about. She also brought up. She said, "Man, we're living in a time." She said, "Back in the day, women were very promiscuous, and they showed a lot of skin, and they showed a lot of body parts, and they were looking really whorish back in the day because they weren't making money." She said, "The problem that I'm seeing now in corporate America, or in America where women are successful doctors and lawyers and dentists," she said, "I saw a lady who owns a practice walk in front of the camera." I don't know if you saw this, Arpain, come in. You be seeing the same videos. She has a practice. She walks in front of the camera. While she's there, she just pulls the skirt up, start dropping that ass to the floor. This is a woman that makes $150,000 a year. What's the purpose for that? You going live at your place of business, at your practice, throwing that ass to the floor. and you're a successful black woman driving a really nice car, living in a really nice part of the city, and you making probably $150,000 a year. Then we move up to a school teacher. Willie D couldn't believe it. He was mind blown. They had a school teacher walk in the class where she teach babies, and she pulls her skirt up and shows her panties and start moving her hips around with her panties showing. So the lady was saying she's confused. She doesn't understand how women get the money, get the success, and still have these behaviors. Why are they this way? You know what I'm saying? So
I have an answer, but I'll wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I do too, but I'll wait.
Yeah, go ahead, JT.
Yeah, so the biggest problem that I see is that we have no guidance. And you got a group of people, a large group of them, by the way, that don't think they need guidance. They do not believe that they need guidance because, for one, for years, their community has been silent when it comes down to them. And a lot of this time, when we see it, sometimes I get so disgusted when I'm actually out in certain communities and you see these women in real time acting like 4-year-old demon children. And the world will sit back and just let them do what the fuck they want to do. They fuck around and some authority come out there and meet them with their energy. And the first thing people want to start doing, well, it's not happening anymore, but 5 years or so ago, they was doing this Black Lives Matter march. They were calling out these folks' name as if these folks were wrongly met with force. And our community still has that in it, where nobody wants to even confront these demon 4-year-old grown-ass children. And that's what we have right now in the community, because they giving birth to demon 4-year-old grown-ass children. I end with that.
All right, now somebody said they wanted to answer my question. Or they had an answer to the question of why those women are behaving.
You want to go first, Uncle Jeff? You want me to do it?
I don't mind. Okay. There are, I think it's majorly twofold. One, whether we want to be honest about it or not, there is a man shortage, therefore a dick shortage. I promise you, that teacher that showed her draws was not baby calved at least 72 hours prior. Now, I saw you with your shea butter, JT. You got to holler at me. You got to holler. You got to let people know what's up. But at any rate, a baby calving is when a woman has it put on her so hard when she get ready to get up and go to the bathroom, she walk like a baby calf. Had that happened, I don't think you'd have seen her shaking her ass. Number two, it is an energy of because I can. It is a nah, I'ma do this rebellious energy that they are free to have. Go ahead and have it. This is what I'm saying, is that this kind of behavior attracts who it is supposed to. The women you ain't supposed to be fucking with. Do it, please. Please raise your hand and go, me over here. I'm uncoachable. I am not going to do what you say. And this is, I don't know a woman who likes this term or who likes this sentence. But again, you guys know me. I don't give a fuck. I can only keep you as safe as you are obedient, not affable, not cooperative, not enjoyable, not grounded, agreeable. These same women are the women who do not want to follow your lead unless they see the threat. As in, we get out of the car and they see the dog with you, and I say, get up on the car, they'll get up on the car. But if I get out and see the dog and you don't, and I go get up on the car, I have to have a conversation with you. Well, why I got to? That's why. And what you are about to see is a bunch of Lot's wife, a bunch of it. This is, I will give this as one of the sermons I give from the First Church of Holy Shit. Lot loved his woman within the parameters of his God. You cannot love a woman outside the parameters of whoever you call God. Is God okay with the woman that is supposed to nurture your children showing her ass at school? I don't think he is. If you can find me a book that talks about a God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Joey bag of fucking donuts, I don't care what you call God, which one okays that? I guarantee you that woman calls herself a Christian, or the new one. I'm not Christian, I'm spiritual. Which spirit okays you shaking your ass and showing your panties in front of the world? Which of the 66 books is that in? That is what does not happen enough. And again, I speak black first, so hopefully, Brother Chosen, you understand that as a social issue, this is black men and black women. As a social issue, I understand men and women. But when society has the sniffles, black folks got leukemia. Our shit is way worse. Name a topic, name an area. This is why this is about a wanton disregard for any other order than their personal own, not a collective. Unless the collective is rebellious, this is not about a collective order. Men are better with collective order. That was the problem with dude. I can't remember, Cartouche, dude that was up here being disrespectful to philosophical. We have a collective order. We have a collective order that allows me to fucking ramble all over the place. I'll shut the fuck up in a few seconds. But if somebody starts talking, the rest of us shut the fuck up. That's masculine energy. Get a pen and write your fucking thoughts down.
There you go.
I'm done.
This is in a nutshell, man. Women, no guidance, no governors, and no consequence. That's
Absolutely.
what they're living by.
I just wanted to add
what I wanted to add, I actually agree with that. And the part about the dog is what I meant by when the shit hits the fan.
Yep.
They'll listen to men. But what I also want to bring about is there's a fiscal issue here. A lot of these women are just flat out broke. And they have believed what feminism has told them, that they can go make a lot of money, which is why you'll hear them say that black women are making more money than black men in a lot of the cities. But when you go do the research of the 250 some odd cities, only 22 of them are the cities in which they are making either equal and or more. Simple math says that's only 8%. So that means in 92% of the cities, black men are making more money than black women. The truth of the matter is that if you've actually ever been out on a date with a woman who makes six figures, what you will quickly notice is that, yes, she has a job where she makes $150,000 a year, but she's spending $175,000 a year. And she's consistently in debt. As I told a woman before, it's not that I don't like you or I'm not attracted to you. We're not financially compatible. That's where it comes down to. I know that at the end of the day, you're going to try to pawn off your bottomless pit of consumerism on me. I know you're going to do that. There's a white guy by the name of Dave Ramsey is very popular the last few days because he told a woman that she should leave a man who didn't want to take on her $90K of debt before they got married. I was in a relationship with a woman who had $80,000 worth of debt before I knew that we moved in together. And I was up shit's creek without a paddle because I should have done my homework earlier to find out why she had this debt and then made the decision. But by that time, we had already had a baby. I was fucked. So we have to have a conversation with black women about your financial literacy. Many women don't really understand anything about money. A lot of these women truly do believe money kind of grows on trees. And that's where the sexualizing themselves comes in, because they will see a chick who will hop on OF and make $1 million in a week. And they think, oh, okay, it's got to be this easy. When in actuality, if you actually look at the stats and the statistics, that is a very small group of women that make that kind of money. So when we address the fact that a lot of these women just are flat out broke, which is why every conversation that they have with Black men when it comes to dating is centered around money in some sort. I have not been on a date within the last 3 years in which the woman did not want to have a conversation about money on the first date. I've had to stop them and remind them, we're on our first date. We're not talking about money. So that's another part of this whole issue, to your point, BMU, is that a lot of them just don't have any money. That causes them to behave in hypersexualized manner.
Mr. Chosen, go ahead. And then we'll get in Beans back in here. Go ahead.
I think when you see this stuff on social media, you know, about the women that have, you know, decided to do OnlyFans, or they dress the way they do, shaking, like whatever it is, right? There's a big shift happening, and it's basically men losing their voice. And so even this panel, if we were to get together and say we're going to do a panel on why women are cancer, we'd be deplatformed. We would lose followers if we weren't outright canceled completely. And this idea now that as men, you know, you would see something like that and not call it out, not say, oh, why are you lifting your skirt up? Why are you dancing like that? It's now 2026, and a woman can do that and no one says anything. That means that the man's voice, like I have 2 daughters, 13 and 9. I could guarantee you if I saw anything like that, I would be saying something to them. But now out in the world, men are just being taught, and they're growing up and learning that everything is okay. You shouldn't bring any masculine morality into the world these days, and just shut your mouth. And any crazy shit you see online or in real life for that matter, don't have an opinion about, definitely don't have a masculine opinion about. Sit down, shut up, or you're going to get canceled. Or I post on Instagram, I post on Facebook, I get called crazy shit. Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, it's crazy. Just because I refuse to, you know, fight against women and men, and because I don't want to do that. Or I say that it's also a woman's job to connect and be intimate with her husband as much as it's his job to connect and be intimate with his wife. For me to even call both genders to that role, I get already vilified and attacked. So basically what we're seeing is that men are just slowly, it's like a slow motion train wreck. We're losing our voice and what we're allowed to say out in the wild. And so now we're self-censoring. And this is where you're seeing a breakdown in the morals and a loss of masculinity. And it's why, like, I think I just saw the other day that now men that are 18 have the testosterone counts of that they're like half the amount of testosterone that men had in the 70s. Like I was born in 76, right? So it's the emaciation of men, and it's losing our morality, but most importantly, it's losing our voice and our opinion in society, saying we don't want our wives and daughters and our sisters dressing and behaving like that. We don't want them being exposed to other women, teaching them to behave that way, right?
Yeah.
So,
now, and I'll say this too, and then Beans, you can elaborate on this as well. I think that, you know, with us being in the in our culture, upwards of 70% of our children are being raised in single parent homes, which is the mom raising the sons. And I think that this whole narrative of the sisterhood, they're injecting that femininity into their sons. And you're seeing a high amount of men right now, a high percentage of men right now who are going to court trying to spend the money to see their children And time after time and after time again, you go on TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, so on and so forth, and you'll see a woman denying her husband the children, saying, you can't have my child. My child can't be with you. You're dating someone new, right? And I saw this one couple where the guy is dating this lady. He remarried. And the girl, his ex, will not allow the son to be with his father if the lady was at the house. This is this man's wife. He's remarried, and you're telling him that who built a relationship with this woman now. He built a relationship with this new woman or whatever. You mean to tell me you're going to have a good relationship with good co-parenting until the man gets remarried? And now you're telling the man he can't see his son because you don't want him around the bitch at the house. I mean, it's crazy. So, Mr. Beans, and then we'll get philosophical after that. Mr. Beans, and what are your thoughts about that narrative? Because Mr. Chosen just cooked about what we're doing. Emasculation is happening, guys. And I think we're the last of the Mohegans. And when he talked about the testosterone thing, I saw it on the news the other day. I saw exactly what you were talking about. They say boys now have half of what we had in the 80s and the 70s. That's crazy. And you see it in them. Right now, you can go out here and high five one of these boys. They'll pass out. Mr. Beans, go ahead. High five. Just, I'm telling you, it's bad.
You know, for me, man, it's starting to become an energy drain to even discuss this, because it's like the more videos I come across. Well, first, let me say this. Shout out to all the sisters that are doing accountability content.
Yes, sir. I love it.
Some of them, I think it's a grift or a cash grab, but at the same time, you can't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? I gotta just appreciate the fact that we at least have the content to rely on. But it's so much other content, man, where you just realize we in a bad place as it pertains to women. I just got through watching a video with a girl. She started out real good. I can't remember exactly what she was saying. But then at the end, she was like, but I'm not with that 50-50 shit. Right? And of course, I don't like that. I think that's crazy. I think, y'all fought for equality is here now. You got to live with it for a little while. But, the mothers are the ones raising the boys. So whatever product that it is that we think we're getting from these boys, we know where it came from. I don't like the narrative. We got to stop saying that 70% of our kids are being raised in single parent homes, because they not. That's just not true. That statistic is about where they're being born, right? They're being born to single mothers. They're not being born to married women. But in reality, we have more than 40% of our children, closer to 50 than we actually believe, are being raised in two-parent households. Now, is it their actual father? No, a lot of times it's not. But it's still a two-parent household. Even my son was a product of that. He went from me to his mom's boyfriend. She's been with him since she left me. They've been together for 10 years. So longer than that, actually, like 13 years. So, but it's still, even in those situations, right? The men aren't necessarily, I don't want to say they're not men, but they're not in control. It's not necessarily a leadership thing. It's not like, I heard a girl say earlier, she said she wanted to get her oil changed on her car. She told the dude it was $150. He sent her $100. And so the girl on stage who was commenting, she was like, why would you only send me $100 if I told you it was $150? If you're going to be in my house, if you're going to be a leader in my house, right? If you're going to pay my bills, then you need to give me all of it, right? See, and that's what I'm saying. Even in these situations where the men are there, they just there. I was one of those men who were kind of just there. I didn't even really interact a whole lot with the kids outside of playing video games with them sometimes and stuff like that. but I wasn't imparting a whole bunch of jewels on them. I interacted with them through their mother. She had they got what they was gonna get from me through her, right? Which in the beginning was always some pushback before she would implement it. But you know, it's just I think we in a bad space as it pertains to our women. And then the sad part is because of the fact that the thing that's pushing that the toxicity of it is this level of equality that they have with us as it pertains to money. Again, you can try to spin it, and this is no disrespect to Trey. We could try to spin it however we want to. Only 9% in Chicago, only 6% here. When you look at the numbers, they're making about $3,000 less than us median income. Again, talking about black people, right? So half of them are making half of them are making more money than another half of us. So Uncle Jeff said it earlier that there's a shortage of men. That's a true statement. We don't want to acknowledge that, but it is. It's about a little more than 1 million more black women than black men, right? So when they be like, oh, it's not enough men, it's not actually. But particularly when you see that black women tend to be at the bottom of the list of marrying out. They really don't be wanting to marry other people, white, Mexican, or other. So for them, it is a lack of men. For them, most men ain't balling, all this other shit. But it's still a problem because y'all not all that. Y'all bringing other men's kids to the situation, attitude and trauma to the situation, debt, financially strapped to the situation. You still ain't making, y'all not millionaires, you know. We all making about the same amount of money. We all struggling in some kind of way or doing well in some kind of way. It just gets frustrating, BMU, because I don't see a change. With all that effort that we acknowledge that Kevin Samuels put in, I don't see a change. With all these podcasts over the last 6 years since 2020, I don't see a change. And what change I do see, it's either the biggest platforms from the women are the most toxic, and then you do have on Instagram, like I said, I did want to acknowledge that there are a lot of women doing accountability content. I will say that. But it's most of it seem like they just talking. It don't really seem like they really mean this shit or practicing in their real life. So many of them are even single. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. So I don't know, man. It's a struggle, to be honest with you. I try to be as fair as I can across the board. I don't you know me, BMU. I don't try to tear women down. I just criticize them where they need to be. I do the same thing for men. But it's sad to see it, man. And I know the biggest thing, and I know Illa gonna feel me on this, is the thing that stresses me out the most is that I feel like I can't leave an impact to do anything about it. No matter how much shit, no matter how many videos I do, how many long form, short form, no matter what, it's like it's not changing anything.
I appreciate that, bro. Illa, man, welcome back to the show, man. Did you have anything you want to add to the conversation as well for the guys?
I mean, everybody spoke so well from what I heard. I agree with all the points made, and I think this is just a culmination of so many events. That's why sometimes when I speak, I go back and forth through times in history, because this situation ain't just germinate out of thin air. This is the product of years and years of political misappropriation, misinformation, malnutrition, medical apartheid, redlining, colonization. Like, these are all things that culminate to something, and we get lost in that. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't really have no allies. Like we seen with Vader and how things went so fucking left. And look at the argument that was made. This is the person that was defending Funky Dineva. Look how the spirit of that defense. Look at what it culminated to. We don't even have allies amongst ourselves. Everybody's trying to tell black men to shut the fuck up and just do this and do fucking that. And you got black men, mixed men, white men, black women, white women. Everybody wants to keep trying to tell black men how to think and act like what's raining on you is fucking it was pissed as fucking rain. And it's like, no, it's fucking raining. And Beans, I feel your plight, bro. But we got to realize, like, we got to get over ourselves. I'm not saying get over your pain, but understand that it ain't made for you to fix. We got to get out this Ms. Martyr mindset. This shit wasn't, and it's not saying to give up. It's just to look at it for what it is. Because you got to, when you have a drug problem, the first step is what? Admitting you got a fucking problem. This shit ain't just happened because somebody sagged they fucking pants and somebody got pregnant with 4 fucking kids. This is bigger than that. I know we stay on that topic, but this is bigger than that. This is years and years and years of social, political, mental, and spiritual degradation. And it's going to cause people to change. It's going to cause people to look at things that are positive, negative, and we're in the upside down. If you're constantly trying to progress as a people moving forward, and you're literally ostracized, dehumanized for not acting a fool, for actually being the way you should be, that's going to change the essence of who you are. So now it looks like, oh, look at these people. They're fucking animals. Look, because something was instilled in them. Hate was beat into motherfuckers. So it's a self-projection. It didn't just come from, like, we got to just be real. And I've said this before, Beans, you heard me take this route. But it's the truth. And we can't act like you ain't supposed to have the answer. No individual gonna have the answer for something that was concocted with brainstorm by people who have a lot of means and a lot of information at a time when you are ignorant of yourself, let alone the world. Like, it's gonna take some time to get there. We need to just be proud that we even came out of that to even be able to articulate the conversation. The issue is everybody ain't gonna fucking go, and we gotta get over it. It just ain't, it wasn't made that way. Too much shit didn't happen. The blood ain't on our hands. We know what the fuck happened. But everybody can't fucking go, and everybody don't need to be in these conversations. And Exhibit A was exhibited tonight, but I'll digress.
Well, I think that's where I might disagree with you at. I think we do need him a part of the conversation because at a minimum, what you get to do is, and I hate to say it this way, but just forgive me for a lack of a better word, you get to expose the ignorance. You get to expose the flaw. Let me not say the ignorance. You get to expose the flaws in the logic. Right? Let me put it that way so I don't come off as being disrespectful. Right? You need that. What I see a lot of times, I'm not gonna say no names because I ain't trying to bring no drama to your platform, BMU. But it's one specific channel that's fairly new and blew up out of nowhere. And what I see happening is they'll do this show and then they'll have a platform full of people and they all think the exact same way. And it is the most boring shit I ever seen in my life. I can't watch it. Shout out to them. They be getting their little 600, 700, 800 people live. Congratulations. But I can't do it. Because just because I may agree with you on 70 to 80% of the shit you're saying, it don't mean I agree with you on everything. And then, like, even now, I understand exactly what Illa was just saying. And me saying that I disagree with that last part on Illa, he ain't going to take it as disrespect. Trust he's listening to me and he's understanding where I'm coming from, even if he don't agree with me. And that's the reason why you should have different voices. Is because you need for everybody to be able to express something. People can now. I think like JT think, and let's say Trey thinks like Illa think, right? But Trey is in the chat, JT is in the chat. So while I'm talking, JT is listening to me. Illa say something to disagree with me, and then now I understand where Illa's coming from. Guess what? It makes it easier for JT to do, to understand. Now he's going to listen to you because he rocked with me, whereas he probably wouldn't have gave you a chance before. So we need the different voices, but people have to understand what their limitations are. Tarus is obviously dealing with some stuff mentally, obviously, right? The lack of self-control that he shows on these panels, obviously, bro. So you have to deal with that. And you have to say, okay, cool, I know this is going on with me. So when I'm on these panels, if I see myself getting to the point where I'm interrupting the conversation or diluting it, I'm going to put myself on mute, right? Until I get myself under control. But we need those voices. We need, so they are our examples to say, let me show you why this logic is flawed. right? To expose the hypocrisy and the flaws in the logic. Because most of the time, it just feel like throwing mud against the wall to people when they don't agree with you. But when you have somebody up there to expose the flaws in the logic, now they'll get to see it for themselves. Like, okay, I see what he's saying.
Hey, yo, can I just say one thing before you go, real quick? You know, one of the things you said about exposure, one of the things that's really real about exposing the opposition of what's common sense is that's the army. Those people, there's so many men who speak like Tarus that's actually the army of the ops. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot more men who acquiesce to the bullshit and the feminization. Then it's incredible how many men think like that.
I honestly don't think that's what he's doing, though. Right? I think I believe,
I think he'd be on their side.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that he's on the side of women. I think he's just for whatever reason against men. Right? That's what it comes off to me. I could be dead wrong.
I mean, that's semantics. You kind of said the same thing.
Though, but the result might still be the same.
No, the result will look the same, right? But what I'm saying is that it's not like I'm just on the side of women. I've seen content creators who do more content creation shitting on men than anything else. They don't talk that much in favor of women. They just spend a lot of time shitting on men, you know. look, JT, he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Right? Go ahead, Il. I'm sorry.
See what I'm saying?
I mean,
before you go, Il, I'm so glad you came back up here because I got some I need to show you before you respond. We talked about earlier how men, Mr. Chosen was saying that men are showing statistically now young boys have less testosterone in them, and they basically coming out, I mean, angel soft tissue, and they don't have any type of masculinity, and the mamas are promoting the behavior. And I wanted you guys to see this video and Ilisofka, right after this video, make your response and then respond to this video as well, and everybody else on the panel will have the opportunity as well. Here we go.
I said our generation is really hungry. Like, I'm cooked, I'm chopped, I ate, body tea, she's serving. Why are we so hungry? Can somebody feed us?
You see what I'm saying?
Was that a boy or a girl?
That was a boy.
I know my mind ain't tripping, man. Go ahead, Ella.
Ella, go ahead.
I mean, I've seen that. I mean, we've seen that before. You know what I mean? It's, you know, around women. Yep. But to respond to what Beams was saying, the key thing I said was everybody can't go. Mm-hmm. Everybody can't go is not the same as everybody can't speak. Those are two different conversations. People can speak and you can have an opinion and we can debate it and debunk it. But even though we can do that, that's still a sense of ego. We got to get to a point where we so over trying to prove something that once we see this, because sometimes we talking, this is spiritual warfare. This is not flesh and blood. This is spiritual. You got to peep out spirits before they affect you by keep trying to look at the art of debate. We at DEFCON 5. You got to see some shit and move. I didn't need to see Funky Dineva to say she was going to smack Tasha K for me to know she's a threat. He's a threat to black people and black women. You're with guys and you're talking about them negatively. That's all I need to know. I didn't need anything else. So what I'm saying is having the conversation is one thing. Everybody can talk. But when I say everybody can't go, which means that based on what you're saying, we're not going to the same place. And I'm not about to keep dragging you for the sake of debate. Because at the end of the day, this shit got to be what you live in. So I'm not trying to prove to people who are supremely ignorant just to prove something, because it's a distraction. It's a waste of time. We got to peep the spirit and fucking move. But that's just how I'm moving. But to each his own.
Can I hop in here?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I'm gonna leave.
Pause, but go ahead.
To the conversation that Beans and Ella are having, if I'm starting a movement, I don't care that you have an opposing view. I don't want you here if you have an opposing view, if I'm starting a movement. At some point in time, Black men are going to have to get a little bit more militant. You're going to have to stop caring about the people who can't cut it. When I was in the military, if you couldn't cut it, they kicked you out. You can't cut it, you can't hack it here. You're only going to slow us down. At some point in time, that mentality has to be in the veins of Black men of you just not good enough to be here with us, you're gonna get left behind, or change, adapt, get better so that you can keep up with us. As far as the kid in the video, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The more and more you are around women, you're going to pick up habits. It's just a natural order. It is what it is. And I include married men in this conversation. Arpay get mad at me, but it's true. I have watched married men pick up their wives' habits. They just start doing the same silly crap that she would do because you're around her so much. I think I look at my great uncles who are in their 90s.
I have no comment.
Well, I'm just saying, I look at my great uncles that are in their 90s, and they didn't spend a lot of time around women. Like they were around their wives when they needed it, when it was necessary. But like the hanging out, the kicking it, the cookouts, like in my family, the women are upstairs, the men are downstairs.
Yeah.
Like in my family, like there's no commingling. But I've been to other cookouts and family members where everybody hanging out collectively together, and it's just different. So this is what you're going to have. Now, I will say this: this isn't 100% on the mother. I'm going to tell you a quick story before I leave. My son, who will be 17 in December this year, when I got stationed in Turkey, when I came home to visit, he had been with his mom, and we're hanging out, and he's standing there, and I notice he stands there, but he's got his hand on his hip, like his mother. So I lose my shit. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? Like he's standing like his mother would stand. Well, why? Because he's seeing his mother every single day. Why? I'm in Turkey. I'm stationed at Incirlik Air Base in Turkey. So he's not seeing me every day. I made the decision right then and there. I got to get the hell up out of this military. I need to be here for my son. Because if I'm not here, she is going to inadvertently bestow these feminine characteristics on him. I don't think she was doing it on purpose. She's just being herself, right? But he's picking up on that because he's around her all the time. So as much as I want to blame the single mom for this, if she is even a single mom, we got to get our young boys around their fathers. If the fathers are there, we got to get them around the fathers. Yeah. And we got to do that as much as we possibly can. But unfortunately, it's an uphill battle. Nobody has to tell me I spent $27,000 to become a weekend dad for my daughter. So I already know the family court system and how that works. I know it's an uphill battle. I know it's easier said than done. Trust me.
I got some.
Nobody knows that better than me. But I would like to see young. And I don't understand this concept of why even the young boys they aren't given to their fathers at a certain age, especially when they start to hit teenage age. They should be given to the fathers. But that's another conversation for another day.
Well, you can't go yet, Trey. I got some pushback. How come you say my name and not this fucking guy BMU? How come he's married? I don't
take on no characteristics though.
Listen,
I mean,
you can't forget. I'm in the fraternity. I'm around.
What time at the show, Trey? I'm there.
I just don't do it publicly, I guess. Would you like for me to publicly go after him?
Hey, listen, man. Yeah, instead of stuff like, hey, man, you soft, man. You've been married for 40 years. God damn it, you look just like your wife.
Trey, what time at the show? What time at the show? I'm gonna be there, bro. What time at the show?
Now, Mr. Chosen, I'm glad you here, Trey. Before you go, I'm glad you here. And Beans, I just want to see his facial expression because I know this right up his alley right here. But Mr. Chosen, I want you to respond to this next video. Here we go.
What is this? It's a poster girl's dress? This should look like an American Girl doll dress. Yo, put it to your body. Put it to your body. What the fuck?
I think, and I'll comment on that last video too, because
go ahead.
What I'm about to say kind of like wraps it all up. Also, what I was saying a little bit earlier, guys, everything can be summed up in this. Hard times create strong men.
Oh God.
Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. And I think that this is just the world that we're living in. And for all of us here, like, I don't think people understand, when I grew up in the 80s, you went out to dinner with your family once a month, if that. Now people are eating out 2-3 times a day. There was no money back then. And we live in this day and age now where we just keep pushing the envelope, pushing every single boundary of morality. Like that this is even on that video. I mean, yeah, I think we're just witnessing the creation of hard times. And they're
Okay.
gonna get us soon. So
I'm so sorry, but it's two things you said right now that got me puzzled. One, I've heard that saying before, and I remember the first time I heard that saying, hard times. I was like, man, that make a lot of sense. But unfortunately, I also know that the white power structure in this country has way more control than anything some strong men or weak men can have an effect on, right? So it's just very difficult for me to accept that at face value. But this testosterone thing, I'm trying to understand. When you say the studies or whatever, or the data that you saw, you're talking about direct hormones, right? You're not talking about some kind of like ego shit. You're talking about actual hormones.
no, they actually measured the free testosterone in men today is about half of what it was in the 70s.
Okay, so here's what I want to make sure. I want to make sure there's not a single man on this panel who's saying that the reason why boys will have less actual hormones in their body is because of single mothers.
It's probably more about what we're eating.
I don't think it's.
I'm not saying it's because of single mothers. No,
Yeah, no.
but there is science
I'm
that
saying it
shows
is about
that.
the lifestyle that we all lead right now.
Okay,
It's
cool. Because it kind of sounded like that's what you were saying, Trey. I wanted to confirm that bro above me. I can't see the name; it's kind of small, but
Mr. Chosen.
Oh, Chosen. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was trying to make sure that he was actually talking about actual hormones. But it did kind of sound like your response to that was like, well, yeah, they be around these women, they gonna start acting like them. It's like, nah, that ain't got nothing to do with. Again, that's the white power structure, right? The reason why boys have less testosterone is because of the way these people play with shit, the way they play with food, the way they play with medicine, the way they play with all this shit, right?
And
If it's true, I'm not even saying that I believe it's true, but let's just go with it.
The activities as well.
Well, there's also studies that have
actual
shown that
hormone levels.
Married men have less testosterone
Yeah.
because they're around women. So
But
my point
this
remains.
motherfucker. Listen, we're gonna get tested. Our-Pain, you
Yeah.
gonna go
Yeah,
get your
Well, you
testosterone.
my answer is this. My
my
testosterone lasted long enough to battle. You know what I'm saying?
But
I'm making the point because what Beans is saying. I think with Mr. Chosen, he's talking about the actual testosterone. I'm talking about both. I'm talking about the actual free testosterone and the behavior. I'm talking about both. And if you
is affected by women,
if you put a male child around a woman, he will begin to copy her feminine characteristics and behavior. He will.
Or at the very least, he won't get the guidance of a mature masculine, right?
Yeah, but how does that burn his testosterone? That's the question. Then.
Yeah, that's the part.
Well, I just said I'm talking about both. I'm talking about the free testosterone and the studies that we're talking about, and I'm talking about the behavior.
Right.
Mr. Chosen is talking about the actual testosterone, the hormone. I'm talking about both. Studies. I've read the study, and BMU remind me. I'll send you the link that showed that married men have lower testosterone because they were around their wife. They've done this study. They've actually tested several hundred men, and it showed lower testosterone over time.
But that's the point. Right there, you just said it. Hold on, you just said it. Over time, right? Married men tend to be older, right? So And that's when they would be testing them. They wouldn't be testing them day one of the marriage, right? They would have to test them at points inside of the marriage, right? But they'll tend to be older. But the other thing is this. So like my little brother, my youngest brother on my mom's side, right? He's gay. But he ain't spend more time around my mama than I did. Right? So, I'm just saying.
But we can onesie twosies all day. Mr.
It's not onesie twosie.
It is onesie twoosie because I can show you.
Twoosie,
I went to
right?
high school with a bunch of guys that was raised by single moms and they were feminine. So we can onesie twoosie this all day.
So
right.
yeah,
but it's not onesie twoosie. I'm using that as an example, right? Even though I'm telling y'all that it ain't 70% growing up, but let's just go with it for the sake of this argument. 70% growing up, but in the household with a single mom, but we don't have nowhere near 70% homosexuals, right? That's what I'm saying. That can't I'm not
saying it's gonna make them gay. I never said that.
No, you said
I said feminine behavior.
Right, feminine, right? Yeah, absolutely. That's to me. I
didn't say they were having sex with men.
Did any of you guys?
Yes, I understand that part.
So part of feminine behavior can also be being immature also, right? Having a behavior of immaturity. So, like I said earlier, you got women that are grown women that act like 4-year-old demon toddlers, right?
What kind of toddlers, Stacey?
Demon toddlers. So their sons,
I want problems always.
so when their sons are behind, coming up under them, they can learn that bad behavior is probably what they think. They just adopt the bad behavior, right? This is where it gets to the point where when they go to school, they could be hypersensitive to certain things. They fighting all the time. They arguing all the time. They out there whining all the time. It's not necessarily that they got a broken wrist and they talking and with, in the nasal and tasting themselves when they talk. It's just the fact that the feminine behavior tends to also be of a demon toddler. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. If I could just jump in, I think.
Hold on, real quick, Uncle Jeff, if you don't mind. Mr. Chosen's had a question for the panel first. I'm sorry. What was your question, Mr. Chosen?
Well, I was just going to say, though, like we're talking about the socialization and parenting of children, right? And it's really not common that you would see the mom say, let's go outside and throw a baseball around. Let's go into the garage and lift some weights. I ask my girls to go surfing. My wife doesn't ask them to go surfing, for example, right? But we know physical activity raises testosterone levels in a man. You go to the gym and you have more testosterone, right? So if the mom said, let's go bake cookies, son, do you want to go bake some cookies? Oh, we got a birthday cake to bake. That's not going to raise testosterone in the same way that his dad say, hey, let's go into the garage and lift some weights, right?
Sure.
So I think there's just like this element of parenting. So no, I don't think that, growing up, I grew up in a house with just a mom, right? And I don't necessarily think that that's what lowers testosterone, but it's how we're parented and how we're raised.
Hey, listen, Mr. Chosen, do me a favor. I need you to stay off of black panels. I need you to never come back again. That was embarrassing, bro. Like that was such a great response to the question of how the mother could affect the testosterone, right? Like you're not necessarily saying that it's the mother, you're saying it's the activities and therefore the lack of activities, right? The lack of, and that was such a great way to actually answer the question as asked that I don't see very often from black people on these panels. I just need you.
I was going to try, but
you either need
to be quiet.
You either need to dumb yourself down a little bit, or just don't come back. Okay.
That's like go slow.
You know what?
Okay,
Uncle Jeff,
that was a great way.
To add to what Mr. Chosen said, before he started, I had ChatGPT'd it, so I want to make sure everybody knew what it said. It does say a boy Ray. It says testosterone levels are driven mostly by biology, three things: biology, sleep, exercise, moving of the body.
Okay, there you
go. And it speaks that children need to be more active. Boys need to be more active for their testosterone levels to rise. And boys are not. It says here boys mostly now are gaming. They're in the house. They're laying across the bed. They come home. They do nothing.
Okay.
I remember my mama told us when we was kids, get out my house. Don't come back till the night lights come on. So we were outside all fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this before Uncle Joe. Let me just say this. I did experience this shit firsthand. A girl I used to date back in the day. Her son, and I knew it was gonna happen. Her son is now 26, I think, and he's gay as all outdoors. But when I was dating her, I remember when I used to see this little boy, she used to have him watching Dance Mom and what's that, Boo Boo, Honey Boo Boo?
Kitty.
Yeah. And one day, and she knew because she told me one time, she said, I think my boy gonna be soft. She didn't want to, but she was confiding to me. So then I'm sitting here looking at this boy, and you know, his sister playing basketball and all this stuff while he out here doing splits and dancing and all this shit. So one time, do y'all remember the Wii game?
Yeah.
When they used to have the dancing thing?
Yeah.
Man, I was on the computer and I was just, you know, doing my work or whatever. And I'm seeing this boy over here dancing in the living room. And at the time, I think he's like 12. And let me tell you, he was out there dancing his ass off. But let me tell you the song he was dancing off of. It's a raining man.
You lying, JT. I don't believe
this is not a lie, dog. I'm telling you. She saw me looking at him like I'm laughing. I'm like, you know, got the little snicker laughing.
What was the dance? What the dance look like?
It was nasty.
What you think it look like?
What you think
JT, don't do that dance.
I am not going to do it. It's too much shoulder shimmering and splits he was doing and dancing. Doing clock it.
That's so fucking crazy.
And
Anybody else that would like to, is there anyone else that would like to supersede my turn?
Okay,
is there anybody?
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, no,
look, I'm just gonna say goodnight. I'm just gonna say goodnight. I'm just saying goodnight.
I appreciate you, Trey, man.
You too, I've been fighting a chest.
Hey, what's up, Jay Prince? What's going on?
My man.
All right, go ahead, Uncle Joe.
I think we need to change the word behavior to the term conflict resolution. Feminine conflict resolution is different. This is where you stepped on my foot. Now I got to go to the trunk, and there's nothing between it.
Yeah.
This is the difference between a father with his children and a mother. A mother has 3 gears: 1, 2, and 10. A father has 10 gears, but he only deals with his children in 1, 2, and 3. A father can lean up and go, I don't want to hear that noise in there. And guess what? You ain't going to hear no noise in there. And that was at a 1.8. Whereas a mother cannot get the same thing because she's not supposed to. It's not her job. It's like using a grilled cheese to make using an iron to make a grilled cheese. You can, but you're not supposed to do that unless you're doing 3 to 5. There's a man and a woman over a child for a reason. Nurturing is supposed to be there. There is a nurture gear that a man has that is sufficient to raise children that accompanies his testosterone, which is why there are studies that prove that single fathers do a hell of a lot better than single mothers. Because at some point, somewhere around 11, 12, that mama's 10 don't matter as much no more. It really don't. All you doing is my daddy can pick me up by the scruff of my neck with one hand and hold me out all the way with his shoulder. That dude is Superman. Not only do I want to impress him, I really don't want to piss this fool off. Who's supposed to feel like that about a woman? What kind of woman what kind of woman are you if you picking your kids up? You ever see these? This is some of my favorite videos.
Xena Warrior Princess.
Right? Some of my favorite
Big
videos
Shirley.
is when the father is
Rasputia.
babysitting and he grabbed the babies and stand out in the hallway and throw them on the bed. Them babies love that shit.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want your mama. You gonna throw her back out. You gonna throw your back out, ma'am, or you gonna miss the bed with the baby. That's it.
You gonna kill that baby.
That baby gonna be on the right arc for the bed and just run out of gas right there at the front of it. Because that's not your job. It's just not your job. A man has a specific job. I'll say that, and I'm done. We need feminine conflict resolution is what young boys learn, and it's dangerous.
All right, Jay Prince, what's up, man? You been watching? What's your thoughts, brother?
My thoughts is the topic said we don't need black men. We got the. I think that's true. They don't need black men at all. I think black men, if you want your woman to depend on you, you have to create your own system. You can't try to if you're not creating your own system, she will always know. If you try to play into the system that she already benefiting from, she will always use that as a second hand to leverage over you. She'll look at you like a middleman. You don't have your own system. So, and I think that it's not all in one when it comes to mothers and fathers raising kids, because I think it's certain areas, it's different areas that a woman is dominate that's beneficial to the child than a man is, and vice versa. Where the father would be more dominate than a woman, teaching that son logic and woo out the band, right? But the mother also impacts the son, I think personally, more heavier than the father. This is the reason why if you have both of your parents and you was raised up in the house and your daddy die and your mama die, yeah, it's gonna hurt you if both of them die, but it's gonna rip a son apart when his mama go. It's gonna rip him. He gonna lose himself. Daddy gonna teach you how to you kind of you look at daddy like a man anyway. You look at him, this what a man's supposed to be anyway. But when it comes to our mamas, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not all in one. You got certain areas where the woman is needed more than a father will, that the daddy can't give you.
Sure.
Anybody got any objection to that? Beans? Mr. Chosen? Anybody? He cooking like that tonight?
You Beans, you muted,
you
homie.
muted, Beans. You muted, Beans.
I don't know that anybody had an objection to that.
I just talked about this recently. I got a brother, older brother. We got same. He shares a mother with my brother, and he never drank. His mom got sick. He started drinking. She passed away. Straight alcoholic. So it definitely. It's like you could see some in people's eyes too, bro, when they lose their mama. Like it be some that just ain't even the same in their whole face. I was looking at my uncle recently. He had just came home from the joint. His mom passed away while he was locked up. And it's just something in his face. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just something missing, bro. It's something different. You know, and there's some people that really have dope relationships with their dads, and they really affect them like that too. But overall, I think he's right. But the premise of black men needing to create their own system is just foolhardy. Not like saying that he's being foolish. I'm saying it can't happen. It's delusional. It will never happen. Nobody else is doing that. Everybody else in this country has found a way to use the resources of this country to fuel their culture and to fuel their people. And it's not like we haven't, right? I saw BMU knows more about this. BMU was the one who taught me about the city they drowned, right? But I saw a video earlier where a guy was naming so many other places, BMU.
Yeah, I got the list.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
At some point at the list, I was just pissed off. Like, bro, I don't even want to hear no more. Like, just stop talking. Okay, fam, I get it. We had a lot of places that we built up and they came and destroyed and took it from us, all this stuff, or dropped highways on it, right? Ran freeways through this shit. It was like, bro,
Beans,
just let
real
it
quick.
go.
Beans, real quick. You do know that Central Park was Tulsa in New York.
Yeah.
And they
Oh yeah. New York.
And they went in and they used what do you call it? Eminent domain, and they took it from them and didn't pay them anything.
I also want to state this
That's
too,
the
like
point, that whether or not, well, that's the thing I was going to toss to Jay Prince is the point is not building a new system, but taking advantage of the one that you have. And do you think that's possible? Because the building a new system isn't.
no. As a black man myself, I never choose a black man over the system because the way I'm benefiting from this system. As a black man, I know majority of black men, no black man can compete with the system. You will have to create your own system. You can't play in a system think you're gonna win. They already checkmated you hundreds of years ago, and your woman been on that program 100 years ago. So in order for her to see you as the leader of her life and not the government as the backbone, you will have to create a system where it's gonna make her benefit. Why would she give up all of those benefits just to lose with you? Ain't nobody gonna do that because at the end of the day, she gonna always have that white man in the back of her mind. But another thing I want to add on to the women, I think that we got this alter ego I think mothers teach us how to live. Daddies is just all uptight because especially black fathers, that he live in a survival mode. And he always thinking about tomorrow. Every day he wake up. He don't know how to live. He's strict. A lot of fathers not going to teach you personality, character. You learn that type of stuff from your mama, especially like a lot of times, you know, men build to create a family and chase women and get a woman at the end of the day. Well, if you don't got no personality, this where your mama gonna come in at. Not saying your mama's supposed to teach you how to treat women. You're supposed to learn that from your father. But it's something about your mama gives you this confidence about yourself and make you pleasant to be around, where your daddy, I'm working over here.
I got to push back on that.
Super chats real quick. Anchorman 999, he says that only applies to black men brought up in the matriarchy. Other men outgrow their mothers like they're supposed to.
I gotta push back on that.
You got who is this? Samuri, I don't know who that is. Let me go back to this one. Could y'all that's
can I say something to that, to Angry Man, Black Man Unfiltered?
Yeah.
I was told as a kid that I didn't respect authority. It wasn't that I didn't respect authority. It was just that only people that I used to listen to was women. And so that's all I was known to take orders from. So when it comes to listening to men, that felt offensive. And you I don't think you'll never outgrow your mom. Yeah, you're gonna get grown and you start doing your own thing, but mama always gonna be mama. But I think that they was like, that boy, he don't respect authority. He need to go to jail and move out the bed. No, I was raised not to respect authority. I was raised to respect women and take orders from women. And that's where I'm from.
And
right. It's not about, when we come to men never got the chance to tell me what to do.
Okay.
And so when I got older, when men try to tell me what to do, I look at them like, who the fuck is you?
And that's why you don't have no power.
Okay, wait a minute. That's
every other group of men understand this concept. Every other group of men understand this concept. And that's why you don't have no power. Because if you can't organize under men and follow instructions and follow orders and understand hierarchy, you can't do anything. You can't raise an army. You can't create a government. You can't do shit.
You can't do breaks.
You're literally sitting here describing the dysfunction of black men due to the issues from slavery.
Sure.
You're literally describing it.
Sure.
Do you think the black man that created, stuff was the gang leaders, and a lot of them grew up in a single mother community. That's the only black men that I see that has power. I don't see the butlers. They don't got no power. They more
Wait a minute.
conformative.
What about the Nation of Islam? Do they have any power?
Yes, the Nation of Islam have they have some. They don't got the power that they need to have.
Let's not talk about the power they need to have. Let's talk about the power they do have and how much of that is governed by women.
And the leader is Eurocentric.
Okay, that's fine. That's another subject we can talk about after this.
Yeah, most of when you look at it, most of all of our leaders always have been like a lighter complected.
Absolutely, but that's not the question I asked.
Right, but okay, the Muslim, I think they respected them, but I'm saying on an everyday basis, the only black men, and the Islams is basically thugs.
Okay.
Most of them started in prison.
Absolutely, which also
so come on now, you can line the black Muslims with gang leaders.
Okay, could you tell me what prison? No, I got a question. Let's follow this. Could you tell me what prison the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was in, or the prison that Reza Islam was ever in?
I can tell you that. All I can tell you, majority of black men get into that starts in prison.
Okay, and that's a very good, and you're absolutely right.
Correct.
But that has nothing to do with the first question I asked, which was, you made the statement that most of the power you see comes from gang members who were raised by single mothers.
Yeah.
I submit to you that in Chicago, at Mosque number 7, ain't none of them over there. Mosque Mariam, ain't none of them over there.
But y'all still a gang with the monsters. Y'all just a different gang. I think all religion is a gang.
I didn't join the Nation from prison.
You have a religious gang, you have a street gang, you have a politic gang, you have a police gang, and you have a college gang. Frats and gangs too.
You just undone your own point.
I didn't join the Nation from prison.
But the majority of them, I would say that if
let's say
99%. No, hold on, Greg. If men wasn't in prison, I think the Nation of Islam won't be as big. I think that was the end all, the last of the choice. Like they had a lot of them joined the Islam for protection, and it's a lot of nuances on why the Black Islam is at its point where it's at now. It was almost forced to be in there. You had no other option.
Okay, well now that they're out, nobody's making them sell bean pies. Nobody's making them wear bow ties. Nobody's making them organize.
And they still killing each other.
Okay, everybody's killing each other. You kill who you're around.
But the Nation of Islam, you can't say you can't lump them with everybody. And their mission is to be different. If their mission, wait, Jeff. If their mission is supposed to separate themselves from the gang leaders and everybody, they supposed to be like a higher supreme. You can't then use this where everybody killed. No, they have a different. They have a different type of persona that they. It's almost like the lawmakers talking about, well, everybody killed, but yet no, if you're the one that's setting the laws and this is how you want America to run, you have to be the example. You can't be like the crowd no more.
So what you are basically trying to elevate them from or indict them for not being elevated above is humanity, brother.
Yeah.
No. I think that humanity stuff is an excuse from accountability. If you're gonna sit up here, if they're gonna accept the fact that they are not perfect and stuff like that, well, that means they shouldn't be having this type of persona like this. There's something to look up to, right? Because they come off like they are better than Bloods, Crip, GD, Vice Lord, and who are the Bam from a spiritual sense.
Could you tell me who it is that the GDs and Vice Lords feed on whole scale of their own on a regular basis? Because I can tell you who okay, let me make this declarative. I won't ask you questions. It is a fact that I know that the Nation of Islam, just like the Amish, when this shit hits the fan, is going to thrive because they have their own economy, their own banks, their own grocery stores, their own hospitals, their own codes, and their own customs. This is why you don't see outsiders dating their women. That's too big a fucking hill to climb.
Do Black Muslim has all of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Right on the south side of Chicago.
Yep.
Okay, so they but it's supposed to be all over the United States, right?
No, it isn't.
So the Nation of Islam don't have no type of fractions in different cities and states.
That's different cities. That's not all over the United States.
What I'm saying is they don't have a nation that they once promised,
What
right?
do you mean? What do you mean?
A nation means it's not just Chicago. Nation is everywhere.
That's not what that means.
It's nationwide. The
That's not what that means.
The GDs stretch higher farther than based on what you saying.
Yes.
The street gangs stretch further than the Muslims.
They do. You're proving my point. Foolishness stretches far farther than
But how's you gonna call them foolish? How you gonna call them foolish? And you just admitted that they also foolish.
No, I'm not calling them foolish.
Gangs. Absolutely none of those street gangs would ever disrespect the nation.
I don't think they will. It's a certain respect. I'm not saying that they're gonna disrespect them. What I'm saying is because they look at them like a spiritual type of. Well, it's not spiritual. It's more religious.
No,
they look at them like if you fuck with us, we gonna fuck you up.
Let me put it to you
By any means necessary.
Let me put it to you this way. Let me put it to you this way.
The FOI ain't no joke.
God bless the dead. God bless the dead. James Hanna from Chicago, excellent writer, my best friend.
Well, what about the white man? Y'all,
okay.
It seems they more confident of attacking. I thought the Nation of Islam. Real quick, Jeff.
All right.
I thought the Nation of Islam is supposed to be like the freedom fighters, right? It seemed that you real confident talking about them niggas, them street gangs won't do nothing to this, but do nothing to no NOIs. But what about the police department?
I'd like to.
What about the police departments? What about
that answer?
What? Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish because it's always easy. It's not a surprise that a nigga could take another nigga out. We've been seeing that every day. It don't matter who win. It's just two niggas taking each other out. That's not a big shocking. But what need to be shocking is let's see the NOI go after them white folks. Okay. Why is black men still going through the same shit and we got the NOI? If they ain't to be played with,
I'd like
if they ain't to be, it seems pussy to me.
Let me know. Can you let me know when you want
at some point they got a fear of the white man?
Would you
Fact,
like
true
that
or false?
question answered? Which one of those questions?
You don't even know what the fuck
Number
you
one
talking
at
about.
all. Number
You
one.
don't know what you're talking about.
Number one. I refer you to about 45 minutes, no, about an hour and 15 minutes into the movie Malcolm X, where Brother Johnson in the 60s, or the late 50s, excuse me, could not get medical attention because he was in a Brooklyn jail. The Nation showed up. They let that brother go.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, the Nation of Islam is not responsible for the nation of black people. The Nation of Islam is responsible for the Nation of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a member of the
Shout
Nation
out to the
of Islam.
Christianity then. I might as well stay a Christian if I had to choose.
Yes.
At
you
least they
should.
universal. They help everybody.
No.
Even the people that don't believe in them.
You wouldn't have the discipline to be in the nation.
Yes, you don't have to do because you can't even let me finish a thought. So no, you don't have the discipline. You are textbook Christian, as a matter of fact. I'm not a member of the Nation of Islam because I don't believe in organized religion. But if I did, that is the one that I would join. I am, just like niggas watch the Lakers, I am a fan of the Nation of Islam because of how they maintain their people, how they maintain their dignity, how the tenets and concepts of the Nation of Islam are not at all anything other than pro-black. Don't eat pork. Don't smoke cigarettes. Protect your family. Respect your property. Respect those around you.
Thanks, guys.
I'll inbox
you. Take care, man.
Right, I gotta go. I've been fighting an infection all week, so I'm like gassed out.
Where is it? Where is it?
In my chest.
I have a suggestion, if you don't mind. Have you ever heard of Have you ever heard of Mullein? Mullen.
No.
Mullen is a leaf. It is a lung gangster. If you boil it, look it up after this.
I will for sure.
If you boil it in a tea, if you smoke it, especially if you smoke weed, if you smoke it, it goes into your lungs looking to start fights with germs. I would definitely say mullein. Get you some mullein.
I'm looking it up. Thanks so much, guys. It was
Thank you, Mr. Chosen. Have a good night, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Y'all take care.
So back to what Uncle Jeff was saying. Angry Man says that Jay Prince don't know what he's talking about when it comes to the nation. Uncle Jeff, you were explaining something as well.
Yes, that the Nation of Islam, brother, and I'm not recruiting for them. I'm just saying that as a group of black people, for what it is that we are supposed to be aimed at, these people are not perfect. These people are not angels. They do not have everything right because they're humans. However, they figured out somehow how to carve an economy, an infrastructure, and a set of beliefs and tenets that as they follow them, it makes them successful. Do I think that they are somehow less than because they don't all get together and storm the fucking White House? That's stupid. I don't know why that's even put on their list of shit to do.
To me, there's no point in following Ben. It's like going from one cult to another cult.
Okay, then stay where you are. I think you're great as a Christian.
Angry Man, what do you have to say?
I'm not a Christian though. I'm a spiritual guy.
The mistake that he's making, he said that, you know, about the Muslims messing somebody up. It's not about them messing anybody up. The Nation of Islam has a reputation for being extremely tough and holding it down. So the reason why I said those gangs would never really
tough against who though?
You said what? Against everyone.
Shit, the police don't. I ain't never seen a Muslim go after no white organization.
How many Muslims you're talking about?
How many Muslims have you seen?
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
How many Muslims have you seen since you haven't seen them go after the police?
You don't know what he's talking about.
How many brothers in bow ties have you seen on their face up against a wall?
Are you telling me that the black Muslims had an uprising in America?
I've never seen it either, Uncle Jeff.
No, you haven't.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So are you telling me that the black Muslims had an uprising in America?
No,
and why they never been discussed in history?
That's not what I'm saying. If
they ain't did that, they ain't did shit.
If you listen to me closely, you'll hear what I'm saying.
Angry Man.
These I'm sorry, Angry.
Fam's level of ignorance it never surprises.
Just because you believe in it, that don't mean I'm ignorant. Just because you decide to believe in that,
it's not his belief.
I'm arguing the bottom line. Especially as black men.
No, you're not.
You try to make it seem like they are the black men that we need to look up to, and yet they still getting bitched by the white men at the end of the day.
You getting bitched
they didn't
by
have
the white man.
Okay, tell me about the uprising then.
You getting bitched by the white man at the end of the day.
And y'all is too.
Either shut the fuck up or do something about it.
Right. That's what you need to tell your people.
No, I'm telling you that because you're the one that's sitting here talking about what niggas ain't doing. You know the fastest way. You know the fastest way to fix what niggas
you the one
ain't
say
doing?
they known to be tough.
You
they
know
tough
the
against
fastest
bullying
way.
on other black
The
people,
fastest
other
way
black
to fix
men.
what niggas ain't doing.
Nobody want to hear that stupid shit.
You know what the fastest way to fix what niggas ain't doing? There's an old saying: if you want something done right, what do?
Yeah, you got to do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Put it in a book.
Do it yourself. Okay, so going back to what I was saying before you interrupted me. Muslims don't go around beating up black people or messing up black people. That's not what I said.
So what they known tough about?
That's not what I said.
Who they was getting tough on?
That's not what I said.
Who they was tough on? How's they known to be tough?
On themselves.
You don't listen.
They are tough on themselves.
You don't listen, bro.
I get that, Jeff. I get that, Jeff. But what I'm saying is, when you say don't mess with the NOI, who did they made that statement on? Was it white people or black people?
It was everybody in the damn 60s. Everybody. Nobody played with the NOI. Not black folk, not white folk,
not Italians, not
Italians.
Mob. Nobody.
So So they was more of a threat than the Black Panthers.
Yes.
Yes.
So Angry Man, or Jeff, I asked Angry Man, can you explain to him the difference between the NOI and the FOI?
Yeah,
The FOI
because
is
a lot
the
of people
militant-
don't understand it.
The FOI is the fruit of Islam. That's the militant side of the Nation of Islam. Those are the brothers that's trained to fight, kill, all of that other shit.
They are the army of the Nation of Islam. Now,
Yeah.
what I strongly suggest you watch is Godfather of Harlem. When when Bumpy was in trouble, he didn't go to the police.
He went to the Nation of
He
Islam.
went to the nation. What I was about to explain was I was sitting in a barbershop.
Well, why are we still in the same situation that we are in today?
I will answer that after I get to make my point.
How come none of them is presidents of the United States?
I'll answer
They
that.
so much of a threat.
Jay, is it okay if I get my point out, please?
No, because I just don't want these cheap ass accolades.
Okay, well then, if you don't want them, you can talk about them when I'm done.
It seems like the white man still is the finished done daughter. He's the final boss.
Then you
that
are
the,
not
that the
watching,
FOI or the NOI know not to fuck with.
Then your news.
They will come and fuck with me though. They will fuck with me all day.
Let me ask.
I know they can whip me.
Let me ask a question. Is the
Pick on somebody own
is
side.
the Honorable Minister Farrakhan still alive?
Yes, he is.
How much shit has that brother? How much shit has that brother talked since he became the minister?
How many death threats? How many attempts?
How many times has he went? How many times has he went over to other countries and had conversations with the leaders of those countries, and the president couldn't do a fucking thing about it?
Yeah. How many countries did
you talking, Jay Prince, but you don't know what you're talking about, bro. But see what you want.
I know what I see though.
You
ain't finna piss on me and say it's random.
More. You need to see more.
Yeah, obviously ain't what you see.
So Angry Man,
right? I do need to see more. Yes, you're right on that. I do need to. I need to see them get tough instead of getting tough on us.
No, it's already documented, bro. But this is the thing.
Yeah, wow.
You also have to look at it at this point too. How many countries? Because this is the thing too, Angry Man. How many countries did the Nation of Islam support financial when it comes down to having that? I'm talking about some real shit. It's a real nation. If you don't think it's a real nation, Jay Prince, then you gotta do some research, homie.
You need to do some homework,
it's all documented, homie.
Jay Prince, go get a
Are you a Muslim, JT?
Hold on, JT.
So why, if it was this good, why you didn't sign up for it? You and Jeff, y'all banging something that y'all don't even believe in. Y'all damn self.
Are you a GD? Are you a GD or Vice Lord? You just got through.
I'm familiar with them. I'm born and raised with them.
Familiar,
are you one of them?
Shit. Are you one of them?
Jay Prince, I got a question for Jay Prince. Jay Prince, I want you to meet up with about 4 or 5 white cops, and I want you to tell them to run up on Louis Farrakhan while he walking out of the building.
Yeah.
I bet the CIA will. I bet the federal government will.
All righty. Well, then let's change this to fit your narrative. I want you to find, you don't know the CIA. They're around you. You don't know them. They're responsible for your thinking right now. But if you could find, I want you to find 5 Delta Force members. 5, insert your group here that want a piece of the nation.
You ain't gonna find
You're not gonna find them.
So all I'm asking you, y'all banging is, why do y'all didn't sign up?
I thought I
so
already.
JT, you a Christian, ain't you, JT?
Do you want that answered?
No.
Okay,
I'm not a
no. This to tie this up in a bow so I can get out of here. This is why Jay Prince says that he don't listen to men.
Yeah.
Because this is the kind of foolishness that men don't put up with.
And
I gotta admit though, when women be calling out black men bullshit, they be spot on the money though. Like, come on now. I know at the end of the day, y'all want to maintain y'all ego. When they be calling y'all out, when they be calling you niggas bitches, they be damn near hitting the money on the nail. And we just don't want to
because
accept it. We just get
because
mad.
they
You're
subject.
not running nothing. You don't have your
because
own
they
military.
subject to that same. They subject
You're
to
not
that.
running nothing. You're not the
They're
president
subject
of
to
this
that
place.
same. They are subject to that same CIA programming that your black ass is subject to.
Yeah.
That's why they talk just as stupid as you talk.
Okay, and you got a stupid belief.
But this is the thing also, Jay Prince. You act like you talking as if you the arbiter. But Jay Prince, you act like you talking like you the arbiter of any. You ain't the arbiter of shit. You don't have
No,
no
you just a
discipline.
hating ass punk to me.
I could be that. I could be that.
You
also,
is, and you like to talk tough, and you really ain't like that.
Nigga, we ain't even about to get on that.
I want problems always.
You need to stop trying to intimidate somebody. You ain't intimidating a motherfucking soul, punk.
The only thing you can do,
go get something before y'all come
you
at
can
me.
do is
Go
talk
to the
on that
white people.
motherfucker. You can talk on that stupid ass McDonald's internet that you can talk on, nigga, because you ain't got shit. You can't talk about. You ain't the arbiter of nothing.
I seen how jealous you was when I was having when I was hugged up on that black woman. You was a jealous ass punk. Shut up.
You was a horrible. You a horrible.
I want to hear you.
Father.
You ain't no threat on no level.
Father. You a horrible father, nigga.
I bet y'all raised my kids more than you
I feel
do.
sorry for your motherfucking children.
I bet y'all raised my kids before you did.
I got grandchildren. I got grandchildren. Nigga,
And you still didn't raise your own by yourself, have you?
They better than your ass. Everybody
have you raised your kids by yourself, pussy?
Everybody's better than you. You ain't good in shit. You ain't even good at being bad, nigga.
The fact that you know me more than I know you tells me I'm better than you,
nigga.
pussy.
You can't come on here.
You a
and say
fan?
shit.
Shut up.
Every nigga that come on.
Hold on,
here,
let me. Where my pen at? Let me get your autograph. Hold on, let me sign. Hold on, you want me to sign your? Let me sign your bald head.
Sit back and say the white man is his daddy. You
let me sign your bald head.
You a
he
bitch.
Is
Right?
He is. He your daddy too.
He definitely your daddy too, nigga.
Hey,
you can't do shit. You
back to the streets with you.
Who money you chasing?
You a horrible.
Wait.
You a horrible. You ain't even a fucking man, nigga. You just a bitch.
No black man is a man in America.
You's a bitch.
So you is too.
Right. That's the white. That's why you.
You is too.
Like he legit.
How many white men you done slaughtered? How many of those people that got away with murder? Wait, hold on.
Hey, hold on, angry man. This
hold on. Let me black man Unfiltered. Can I ask him a question?
He was out there eating a
pussy. Because we're gonna unpack what
he's
talking about.
And this is not a lie. He was eating a pussy of a bitch that got shot in the pussy.
Okay, so.
Am I lying, Jay Prince?
What state you in?
Yeah,
what state
am I lying,
you in?
Jay Prince?
So what? So I don't give a fuck. Can I ask you a question?
To try to prove a point that he was marrying somebody. He married some goofy ass broad.
How many of those people? What city you in?
Put his ass on motherfucking blast, nigga. You can't say shit to nobody.
And I still get all the bitches. You mad because I get all the bitches?
You can't be.
And I get all the bitches.
Nigga, did you see the bitch that you was with?
Yeah, and you was so hurt. You was so hurt by that.
With meth heads.
You was so hurt. You was so hurt.
Fuck with nothing but meth heads.
Let's see right now. Let's see yours.
This nigga's a homosexual.
This nigga
you come up here complaining about women all the time. Where your power at?
He's on the panel talking shit.
Where are your power? Why you have to?
Did y'all check that? Hey, BMU, did you check that when that nigga?
If you had power, you won't have to complain about women.
When his boss was like, "What the fuck you doing on that goddamn?"
If you had power, you don't have to complain about women. That goes to show you don't got no power.
Nigga, you ain't the arbiter of none of this shit. So
bro,
you can't say nothing.
You don't even know what you.
But he the one. You the one talking at you big level.
You just got through saying that black men don't have no power. So how the hell would you judge what power is in the first place? Ain't your ass black?
No, what I'm saying is to JT. He talk as if he's on this top tier where he powerful as
shit. You said black men don't have no power. So if you ain't never had no power, how the hell you gonna judge what power is?
No, but what I'm saying is when we ain't finna talk stupid, right? What I'm saying is
you've been talking stupid ever since you.
Hey, black man Unfiltered, can you please let him? Can you please shut this punk up?
Oh, he almost said it.
So all I'm saying is if JT had hold on JT
no
hold on stop running your mouth.
Ain't no hold on, nigga.
Hey, black man, I can't speak.
No.
Black man Unfiltered, I can't speak or no.
Panel and disrespect somebody and then you want to speak, nigga. You ain't the arbiter of shit. You's a horrible man.
You's a lame. Nobody listens to you.
You's a fucking failure.
My voice is more. I'm more powerful than you. I'm more powerful than you.
Shit.
My
ain't
voice on
powerful
this
in
internet
shit.
more powerful than yours.
Your
It
ass
reached more
can't
people
do.
than you.
I bet you can't
Don't
leave
nobody
that
give a fuck
job.
about you.
I bet you
That's what
can't
you
leave
jealous
that
of, huh?
less than minimum wage job, nigga.
And I still, and my voice still reaches millions more
You in
people
that
than you. You don't
motherfucking.
even reach 1,000.
This nigga
Don't
talk
nobody
about
even
he
know
about to
you.
get a. This nigga talk about he about to
You
get a motherfucking
talk for nothing.
a
I'm
business
the.
doing a
Guess what?
food
The
truck.
people named me the
That food
president.
truck
Why
ain't
they
gonna
didn't
never
name you
take
that?
off. That
I was
food
so
truck ain't gonna never
impactful.
take off.
My voice
That
was so
food truck ain't
impactful.
gonna
They
never
named
take
me
off,
the
is it?
president 2 times. 2 times. What they named you?
President of what? You ain't the president or the author of
You
nothing.
you
The
nothing.
failure, nigga. When we see you, all we see is failure.
You might as well hang up your mic. Don't
We
nobody
see
listen to
nothing
you.
but failure. Dumbass. You's a failure nigga. You's just a failure ass nigga.
And that's what
Everything.
everybody love about it. They see me
This
grow
nigga was out here,
through the
dog.
mud.
Hey, angry man. This motherfucker was begging because he got arrested. He was begging motherfuckers to get him bail money. Failure. He's just failure.
Bro,
That's everything.
hey, look,
Begging
I
niggas.
saw that video. He was skinning and grinning for them white cops.
For them white men. Them niggas, we gonna get the money up to get JP out. This nigga begging because he like they gonna lock me up, man. Hurry up, nigga. It's 2:00 in the fucking morning, and you go out there and begging for you a failure, nigga. Ain't nothing good about you.
Well, look, here's the thing.
Goofy ass nigga. Shut the fuck up, Jay Prince.
Here's the thing, right?
Got a house on the lake now that you slaves paying for.
Like, so he's presenting.
I got a house on the lake that you slaves paying for.
So he's presenting the argument.
How you like that, slave?
Yo,
my house is on the lake that you slaves got to pay for my upbringing of my choices. Every kid I have, punk, the government gonna make your punk ass pay for it. Now what?
Hey, Scotty from the Whispers,
come up here talking all that loud ass shit like you intimidating motherfucker. Pipe your little pussy ass down. Pussy.
Hey, Scotty from the Whispers. Can you hold on?
You jealous because the people named me the president and no motherfucking even listen to you.
Nigga, you ain't even have enough money to make bail. It was $80. You couldn't even get yourself out of jail.
Hold on, JT. Hold on, Jay. I'm trying to get Philip Bailey to calm down for a second. Look. Here's the thing, bro. You trying to
everybody been knew I was broke.
You trying to present an argument? This is the same.
JT
argument.
ain't attacking none of them people that got away with people that murdered black men in his city. He just run around this come on this internet bitching. Shut his punk ass up. Trying to play tough. You ain't intimidating no motherfucker.
This is the same weak argument.
I'll tell you to your face. You don't intimidate me.
This is the
even if I had to take a beating, we both gonna get you knock my teeth out. I'm knocking out your shit on my dead mama grave. Punk.
You ain't gonna do shit, JP. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, okay. I got history of knocking niggas out, and I got history of getting knocked out.
Yeah, you got history of getting knocked out. You a failure again. That's what I keep telling you. You a failure, nigga.
So Beans, hold on, let's get
Beans, it's L's in fighting.
Beans, you got to.
If you never took no L, you ain't no fighter. If you never take no L, you ain't no real fighter.
You sound stupid as fuck. Man.
I'm just saying. You run around here, you talking all loud and shit. What you did to the white people that killed black men in your city, and they got away with it? They walking.
You got 5 years.
What state you in? What state you in? I'm quite sure it's some black men that got murdered in your city, and your bitch ass didn't do a motherfucking thing. But you want to come up here and try to address me? Go address that first.
Nigga,
look how many black women in your city that got beat the fuck up or shot down. Your bitch ass on here talking to me. Your bitch ass ain't doing a motherfucking thing. Shut your bitch ass up, pussy. You ain't nothing but a bitch. I hate when niggas come up here trying to play extra tough, and they actually got black women getting killed in their city.
Why you keep looking back for your supervisor? Cut that.
Is this nigga you feel the need to entertain?
I see you looking back for your supervisor. Cut that shit out.
The thing is, I'm at work for 10 hours on here on live with y'all, getting paid tons of money.
You ain't doing shit though.
How much money you getting paid to be here right now, JT?
Failure.
You is too. Black men collectively is a failure. You don't got your own system. You don't got your own military. You don't got your face on a dollar bill. You don't got your own curriculum. You don't got no power. You complain about me being on food stamps, but your chairs can't kick me off of it. And guess what? And guess what? And guess what? The government gonna punk you and take money out your pocket to pay for my lifestyle. I'm gonna have 3 more kids on your ass so you can pay more taxes.
The public school
so they can raise the taxes up on your dime. You should see how I'm living now while y'all was calling me homeless. God gave y'all front row seats tickets when y'all laughed at me when I got evicted. Now I'm on a lake. Got a beautiful crib off y'all backs. Slaves.
Hey, I didn't laugh at you when you got evicted, nigga. Just for
I did.
Just for the record.
I did. I hope the nigga never get another motherfucking house. Fuck him. Fuck this nigga, man.
Hey, I figured. Look, I didn't laugh at him because
I had to get that off my chest, JT, because this stuff been burning me.
Hey, JT, I didn't laugh at him because I figured if I laughed at him failing and shit, I'd never stop laughing.
Here's the thing. I really ain't failing. I got custody of my own kids. I'm about to open up my food truck. Actually, tomorrow once I get off work. I got a beautiful crib that I'm living in.
You've been opening this food truck, nigga.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Grand closing.
You see me with the hot dog cart. At least I'm working for myself. Y'all working for a white man's corporate. Shut up.
The Glizzy King of Milwaukee is back.
This nigga is like motherfucking Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah.
Nigga. Where's the school? Where's the fucking food truck, nigga?
Where your shit at?
I'm tired of hearing this shit. Nigga.
What do you own? You trying to get money off YouTube. You don't even got the personality for this shit. You done invested all that money and don't nobody even fucking listen to you.
Where's the fucking food truck?
Millions of people on this internet label me the president. You know why? Because what I say, it impacts them. They don't go. I don't come up. I don't sell no money.
Millions of people.
How long was Angry Man? I don't sell superficial shit. I don't sell no money. I don't sell the white man's property houses that he can take from every one of y'all. I don't sell that. I sell myself. I sell my soul. I sell my experiences. I sell my stories. You selling another nigga's dream. You selling a white man's dollar bill.
Here's the food truck, nigga. I'm just where we going.
Your flat Pillsbury biscuit pink pudding pop. Go get your flat-assed Pillsbury dough biscuit pink Pop-Tart and get your ass up off my life.
At least I ain't selling the white man's a dollar bill.
He got these Milwaukee niggas acting the damn fool. That's what that is.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just saying, what is JT selling us for real? He's selling the white man's dollar bill. He's selling the white man's language. He's selling the white man's understanding, civilized understanding, belief system. He's selling everything outside of him.
Shit in the white man's language.
I'm the only one don't have to wear no mask every day. I don't have to. His voice ain't deep when he go in front of that boss. I bet you that he ain't yelling, talking to that boss.
Yeah, I'm not looking behind, looking to see if my boss back there listening to me either, nigga.
Yeah, until it's time for you to go to work, slave.
Nigga, you can't talk about nothing, Jay Prince.
I'm not gonna be doing this shit forever. You a lot older than me. You a lot older than me. What have you achieved?
I'll bet you any amount of money if you was walking down the street and saw George Washington laying on the ground, you would bend over and pick that mug up.
Yeah, okay, I guarantee you, Angry Man, JT, if he was so powerful and so great, he won't be on this platform with us.
What?
If what he was, you don't see P. Diddy on here with us. You don't see. You don't see none of the wealthy black men around us.
P. Diddy was on Earn Your Leisure. He was up here.
Yeah.
Who?
He was up here. P. Diddy.
He was on this channel.
He was on Earn Your Leisure. That's another YouTube content creator.
Yeah.
He wasn't on JT's.
No, he probably wasn't.
Potato, nigga.
Let me ask you a question.
You said he wasn't up here on YouTube.
I'm not even on JT. My name ring bells. If I go on JT, that would bring his show value. Jay Prince for motherfucking president is that nickel.
Jay Prince, let me ask you a question.
Real quick, JT, all of the prominent leaders did not have money. Malcolm X wasn't known for being rich. Huey Newton wasn't known for being rich. Frederick Douglass wasn't known for being rich.
They was all known for being
Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton wasn't known for being rich.
Cut it out. How you up here? Wait a minute. You the
This
main
nigga
one.
I think I'm being one of them niggas.
No, you be talking shit about light-skinned niggas. Now all of a sudden you bragging about Malcolm X, Huey P. Newton, everybody you naming is yellow niggas. What's going
No,
on?
what I'm saying is I have a different purpose. His purpose is to get money. My purpose is to reach souls. Right, and make people feel and try to convince people to live in their own skin and take that cheap ass mask off that you've been wearing.
Jay Prince said he reaching.
Yes, my voice. You cannot sit up here and lie, angry man. Angry man, you can't sit up here and lie. You cannot sit up here and lie that I have not impacted a lot of people.
Jay Prince.
I literally had people come on here and say the only reason why they even came on YouTube because they heard me speak.
Jay Prince,
you don't sit up here and lie, angry man.
Souls, nigga. You ain't even reaching gym shoe souls, nigga. You ain't reaching no souls.
Hey, hold on,
quit dipping on goddamn cigarettes in that PCP, nigga.
Let me ask
I'm gonna reach your bitch if you keep talking.
Nigga, you ain't gonna never reach that.
You already see me. Okay, I'll piss you off by sticking this long ghetto dick up in there.
We already saw the bitches you fuck with. Them hoes is nigga.
Don't let your wife surprise you.
Don't nobody want no cigarette smell on them.
That's you can't speak for her. That's you speaking.
Look at that nigga looking like
you don't know what your woman be fantasizing about when she turn on the YouTube channel. She see Jay Prince for president, making her laugh and shit.
Looking like donkey. You already know Jay Prince.
If you a fan, you know your woman a fan.
We having waffles.
Look, he came up here reciting everything I have done. I don't know nothing about JT. That goes to show you where we stand, fan.
In the morning we making waffles.
Look at him playing and shit. Don't even know how to have a real man conversation.
This nigga act like he the armorer. You ain't the armorer. Shit, nigga. You don't stand.
I am.
You need to go over there with the rest of them.
I'm Jesus' nephew,
dog.
I'm Jesus' nephew.
You
the ghetto nigga.
You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that shit, nigga. That cigarette is done. Throw that shit out.
I still got a piece of meat on there left.
You fat, bald-headed, no-neck midget. I sentence you to 3,000 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
Hey, don't let me find out, Jay Prince, you one of them dudes that be picking up cigarette butts to see if there's any left.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, he do.
He did it. You can tell. Look at his lips. That's why they so crusty. Motherfuckers out there smoking other people's cigarettes.
Why?
Crazy, bro.
Where is the truck?
Man, with all of that, man, I am out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Beans, you go ahead and say your final thoughts, R. Payne. I got beans up there.
Man, it's been an interesting panel, man. Let's keep it going and shit. But that I had enough
until this trash nigga come up.
I don't have nothing else to say. Pretty good topic, man. Like I said,
You know more about me than I know you. What's up, R. Payne?
What's up, man? This is my final thought. You ain't supposed to cut me off, goddamn.
Oh, my bad, dog.
You know what I'm saying? I'm only joking. Listen. Like I said before, when I got up here and people cut me off, I believe the fact that women don't need men until they do, and they need us all the time. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
All right, man. So, man. Beans, man, you got anything you want to first of all, I want to say this before we get out of here. Shout out to Tyrus, man. Hey, Tyrus said I set him up, man. I want to publicly say, Tyrus, you weren't set up, man. You just ran into you were the opposition, and everybody attached themselves to the opposition because you had more men who thought alike than thought differently than you thought. So shout out to you, man. Much love to you, brother. You know it ain't like that. It's like that. All right. Beans, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, and I was gonna say this to him too, because I know you had sent me the invite for his show last week, and it just so happened I had got an invite for Red Lipstick show that day too, and I just had to make a business choice. The topic on her show was way deeper, than talking about Trump.
Yeah,
so that's why I wasn't able to show up. And then Friday, I haven't been feeling good. All the end of last week, all the beginning of this week, man. Today was actually the first day I actually started feeling okay. I had said it on her show, but I said when I came over here, I was gonna let you know. God, you know me, I don't like disappointing people.
Yeah.
When people send me links and I say I'm coming, I really want to show up. But the topic over there was really deep, and I didn't want to leave that to talk about Trump.
Absolutely.
But so I hope you understand.
Yeah,
you and Tarus for that matter. But dope show. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who hit the panel and all of that. Tarus, I wish you would have stayed. I think the conversation could have went somewhere. It could have been very educational. I really wish you would have stayed, but you gotta be willing to look at yourself in the mirror, man, and face it, bro. Like if you're not willing to do that, it's gonna be a long road for you. And I know you don't need this. You got a whole wife, kids, family, all of that. But I'm just saying, like, if you are different, you got to be willing to stand on it, and you got to be willing to be patient, have a conversation, bro. We went through the fire coming through the Fight Club joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it kind of trained us a lot. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like most people really can't get under my skin unless I'm feeling bad at this point,
Yeah.
Or somebody that I know, somebody that I got history with. You, Angry Man, Jay Prince, JT, y'all could probably get under my skin because we have history. But somebody new,
no,
they don't stand a chance, bro. Shit gonna go real bad for them, right? So we came through that fire. So Tarus, you just got to go through that fire, bro. That's it. Because I really wanted to hear.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me know how you get here, right? It's one thing to just come up here and say the women are winning and the men are losing. But then now you have to let me know how you get there. What's your information? What's your evidence and these things? And then if I see a logical path, even if I disagree with you, I can have respect for how you get there. Or we have an expose. And we just get to show everybody that this nigga is insane.
Wait a minute. He said the women are winning and the men are losing?
Yeah, the women are winning and the men are losing. I would have liked to see how
the
he
women
got
are winning and the men are losing.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I can tell you exactly why he said that. He's trying to get some box.
Well, he married 15 years, white woman. He doing all right. That's what I'm saying.
What that mean?
To my knowledge, white women don't tend to turn down black dick.
Look, all I'm saying is, look.
I think he cool on the sex side. They got a bunch.
Hey,
of
look,
kids.
just because a dude got a wife, don't mean he ain't trying to still appease the rest of the women.
Nah, I feel you. I'm just saying, like, honestly, it was a great casting on BMU's part. I wish it wouldn't have went the way that it did. You know what I'm saying? Because, and actually, I blame Uncle Jeff. If I'm being honest, it's really Uncle Jeff's fault because Uncle Jeff gonna say one of us gotta go. Uncle Jeff, you gotta stop that, bro. We get it. We know who you are, fam, but this ain't that. This like Jordan coming and trying to play in our rec league. You can't be forcing niggas to get off the
1970s looking. You see this 1970s looking savage over here eating chicken probably and grits and shit. That's why it went south right there.
Yeah, right there.
No, he wasn't even up here for that. He wasn't even up here for that. But I'm
His
just saying,
spirit was up here.
Uncle
though.
Jeff said one of us gotta go, and then that's when Tarus was like, "Man, I'll leave." I'm like, "Oh shit." No, he's like, just stay. But Ella had left right before him, and Ella ended up coming back. But I'm just saying, man, hopefully we could do it again. Like find another way to broach the subject.
Yeah.
With Tarus involved. Because like I said, I'll be wanting to see how people get there. And then that'll let me know whether or not to even entertain what you're talking about.
Right. I appreciate it, man. Angry Man, you got any final words, brother?
Yeah, I came up here because I thought, normally brothers have some intellectual, deep, philosophical conversations. I came up here expecting that, but I should have known better considering the fact that this savage was up here. Wipe your damn face, man. So
where your beard at?
Wipe your face, man.
I mean, gyros and rice, some big man shit. That real food.
But other than that, the one part of the conversation I was able to participate in was cool. Appreciate y'all for bringing me up. You know, it's always good to be on the panel with y'all.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, I ain't got nothing else to say other than you got about 10 minutes left, JP. You better hurry the hell up before that supervisor come looking for your ass.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
You gonna tell him, James, clock out and go home. We don't need you tonight.
That's why you got disrespect me by saying my real name on here.
He too look like a James.
Why you got disrespect me by saying my name on here? I say your name that you gave.
Is that his real name? That's your real name.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, what the
How
fuck?
you know that's my real name, JT? I never even spoken to you.
Nigga, no, you had it on a motherfucking on a panel, nigga. You was just on fucking half shit.
Damn, I
With
didn't know that
James
was-
Davis, nigga. Shut the
I
fuck
didn't
up
know
talking to
that.
me.
I didn't know that, but you look like one.
Dude is a real
James.
life pussy, boy.
James.
I blame.
You a pussy, dude.
Damn, I
You
ain't
getting
seen
under your
this nigga
skin, don't I, nigga?
ever.
You couldn't wait. To
No,
come
you don't
back.
get under my skin.
Yeah, you do.
I don't
That's
even
why
know you.
Came up here. You wanted to smoke because I demolished your ass on Trade the Truth, nigga. Shut
You
the
look
fuck
like-
up. I
you
got.
look
I
like
don't
his
even know
name,
you,
nigga.
dude. I don't
Hey,
know you.
BMU, he looked like his name is.
Everybody
James
said you was hating on me
Negro
because you
Tato.
couldn't. You see me with that beautiful woman that I had just met on the platform.
Yeah, nigga, I demolished your ass a couple of weeks ago.
You was up there hating bad. You and Rilla. He just want a thug. That's
I ain't
some
say that.
hating ass shit.
No, I said that bitch had. You was talking about eating a pussy after she got shot in the pussy.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about when Smooth came out here and flew out here to interview me. When was last time somebody flew out to interview you?
This nigga sound like he flew somebody out. Nigga, it was supposed to be a fucking interview. You act like you done did some shit.
I did.
JP, just stop talking, man. You just make yourself look bad.
Has somebody ever flew to you? You've been
make
on this
yourself look
platform
bad.
stuff longer than me.
You make yourself look bad, little dude.
That means you don't got nothing to say.
Make yourself look bad.
You got a lot of words, but you don't got nothing that's have substance.
Where's the truck? I'm about to. That's what you need to call your business. I'm about to have a food truck. I'm about to have a food truck. I'm about to have a food truck.
What would you do? What would you do?
LLC.
Let me ask you a
With a
question. What would you do if it happened? What would you do if I finally open it? Then what?
I ain't gonna do shit, but I'm gonna be on the panel talking shit about it.
Why?
I'm gonna be intentionally talking shit about that dumbass food truck. I hope it break down.
What?
And I hope all your food spoil, nigga.
This dude is a weak dude.
Fuck this nigga, dog.
Your woman gonna leave you,
wanted to
boy, for a
smoke?
nigga like me.
You wanted to smoke? I didn't get this nigga to smoke.
I don't even know you to have smoke with you. That's
Well,
what's so
shut the
crazy
fuck
about
up
it.
talking to me then. Watch your fucking mouth when you talking to me then.
Nigga, you know me. I don't even know you.
Goofy ass nigga.
Yo.
Get your ass off this shit and get back to work.
All right, BMU. All right,
man. Hey,
That's
I'll
a
be
weird
there,
cat.
man. Hey,
Take your ass back to work, James.
until next week, man. We'll holler at y'all, bro.
You a weird. You hurt by my. You hurt.
Yeah. Black Man Unfiltered Network. We ain't here to play nice. We here to flip everything they told you was normal. Hey! Yeah. Hey! We flipping tables. Yeah! We breaking labels. Facts! No more silence, no more favors. Truth hit hard, can't save it. Yeah! We flipping tables. This that real, no cable. Hey! If it's fake, we unplug it. Welcome to the table. Yeah. I came in the room, they was comfortable, quiet. Smiling in your face, but behind it is riot. They told me be calm, but I'm built for the storm. When the truth in the building, you better transform. They don't like a man when he speak with direction. They love you when broken, confused, and correction. But I'm on a mission, I'm changing perception. No filter, no fear, just raw intersection. System designed just to keep you disabled. Mentally trapped, spiritually labeled. I'm cutting the cords, the lies getting fatal. If it ain't the truth, I'm flipping in the table. We flipping tables. Yeah, we breaking labels. Facts. No more silence, no more favors.